Hello, hello, hello. How long did my pause screen not have a chat? I just saw that for like the first time. I'm like, what the? Where's my chat? Where's my chat function? Hello? How you doing, Rat? How you doing, Lazy? How was the con you went to? Lazy, did you have fun? You missed out on all the fun stuff we did together. Like, near raids and things like that. You can see the spoils of that effort on the left here. Although I didn't get that many things. Unfortunately. It wasn't, there were a few outfit pieces I was really gunning for, but unfortunately all of you were rolling for it. All the few times we didn't have enough people. We just fell a little short of greatness, but that's okay. I was so mad I missed the raids. Well, next week we're planning on doing something. I was planning on doing the near raids next week. But then Mad Dog's like, you can't do that. You gotta do coils first. You haven't done coils yet, have you, streamer? So I don't know what we'll end up doing. Whichever one. Are they even conjoined? Are the stories... Do I need to know what happens in coils? Go get your backpack. I was looking at that because I was setting up the thing. I'm like, what is this backpack? It's like it's a little blurred because of the focal length, but I was looking at it. I think Murney kind of wants one too, to be honest with you. It's a nice looking backpack. You know what? Why don't we pick it up? Why don't we while we're setting up still? It's Quest in Ul'dah. Let's go. I'm actually gonna change the stream title too. What's the event called? What are these things called? This is like the... I'm trying to remember. Oh, that's just a guy. He's not even like a thing. Otter event. Make it rain. Make it rain event. You know what's crazy? I don't think I can change title on YouTube streams. Is that possible? Oh, you can. Whoa, new technology for the YouTube people. Check this out. What's it called? Make it rain event. That's crazy. The pet is cute too. Yeah, well, look at this thing. I want one of those. One second. So I was changing title. Relax. But as you can see, I want to be one of the YouTube people, but you always ignore me there. Try me. Look, Emolicious, how long? What was the response time on my message? 20 seconds? What's like the average police response time on YouTube? You just need to set up a fire station and I won't mess it up, I promise. Is this Ollier or Ollier? That looks like a French name. Ollier! Locks eyes with you for 6.7 seconds. Oh yeah, refresh me on that one, Emo. See how fast that was. Ollier locks eyes with you in a cordial, that's slightly desperate plea for help. Speaking of the original stream title, though, look at my funds, by the way. On Wednesday, we did like a impromptu map stream, and while I only made like 200k from the map because maps have betrayed me and I've never gotten anything good from them, we had 5 people come by, or 3 people come by and donate me 5 million gil. Very nice people. So now I'm at 21, which is right in that striking distance of a medium plot. I just need to find out how much the actual house costs, and maybe we can upgrade the lot. Upgrade the staging ground for our raids before next week. Why, Mistress Delu, what fortune should we meet again? Yeah, you have been well, I trust. Oh wait, if he's French, he has to be French. Would that be our meeting under more fortunate circumstances? I'm in something of a bind at the moment, but perhaps this is why fate has guided your steps here. Might I borrow your ear for a moment? As you might have heard, the Make It Rain campaign is in full swing at the Gold Saucer. My peers and I have come to advertise the festivities, but we lack the staff required to cover the whole of Ul'dah. I do not wish to impose, but might we prevail upon you for your assistance? Wonderful. It's a great help for us, truly. Pray meet me at the Gold Court, and I shall give you more account of the circumstances. I do like how the backpack puts together your outfit. Very nice. It's not going to look very good on me, but maybe I'll find something else to wear by the end of this one. Speak with Olier at the court. There is hate for my data center. Look, Lazy, your data center is going to get a huge buff when the cross data center stuff finally comes in, you know? I won't have to travel just to play with subpar players. You know what I mean? Oh, there's my gold saucy music. Ah, you've arrived. Ere I begin explanations, I think it best you let you find the experience of this year's main attraction. All right, is this event gas or is it forgettable? Be honest with me. Some of the events that like the gameplay of the events are pretty gas, and sometimes they're just like, eh. Come and get your points and go. People of Volda, lend me your ears. Allow me to present my dear friends come all the way from the Far East. These are the Globetrotter Otters, this year's ambassadors to the Gold Saucer. Bid you join us on the ongoing Make It Rain campaign where merriment abounds and dreams are made manifest with mounds of MGP. Whether you wish to play the Cactpot, rare chocobos, or try your hand at Mahjong, there is fun for one and all at the Manderville Gold Saucy. Pip purr pip. I don't know what otters sound like. AI, oh my, what happened to Nightbot? Hello? Nightbot? What are you doing? Shake my head. Nightbot letting me down already. Globetrotter otters, she said. It's not like I've seen them before. They're like before, but I feel as though I've been missing out my whole life. And if we go to the Gold Saucer, we might encounter more of those furry little gentlemen. I suppose it has been a while since my last visit. Oh, this guy's not a degenerate gambler. I go to the Gold Saucy post-stream every day to just, you know, unwind with a few thousand MGP. The Ori performer, and there's Mistress Ajisai. She and her otter companions hail from the far eastern region of Nagsha. I'm told Lord Manderville owed her people a great debt. 'Twas he who invited her troupe here to lead the campaign this year, an apt choice for the dazzle and delight passerbys with their performances. While promotional efforts here at the Gold Court are all well and good, we haven't had much hands to cover the grounds as we initially envisioned. As such, we thought it prudent to seek a trustworthy adventurer who could guide one of their own through town. This place is really dark, by the way. I can't see anything. I think we'd have some lights inside here. Look at the prices on Dynamis. The prices in Dynamis are wild. Not just super expensive. You can find extremely cheap stuff. I think people there just don't know what stuff is normally priced at. I think I went to... I think it was Hannah's World the other day, which is Lamia. Yo, the people of Lamia are cutthroat. They were selling all the stuff I needed for like 200%. Maybe I disrespected Famford a little too much. Ah, this must be our assistant. Must be most delighted to meet you, Murni. I am Ajisai, and here is my friend Ususuke. Ususuke. That's gonna be a tough one for me. Let's call him Uso. Isn't this grand, Uso? Murni here is taking you to roam this city. Beep, 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 beep. It's not what an otter sounds like. You say she seems like a trustworthy sort. My, that's rather high praise coming from you, and quite rare besides. You speak otter? I do. For generations, my home village has lived in harmony with otters and spent my entire life with them. I'm well accustomed to their speech and mannerisms. In fact, Mr. Assad Ajisai is an avid conservationist who has dedicated her life. That was a tough one. You saw the gear spinning in my head? To protect the otters and their inhabitants, a portion of their proceeds to this year's campaign will go towards Naxian otter preservation efforts. That they will, which is precisely why I wish to have as many patrons as possible to the Saucy. Their support and yours may save countless otters. Imagine driving away from your dad's, your car giving an error it gave this morning to driving back and telling your dad, yeah, you're not driving that, and your dad telling you, yeah, you're not driving that car anymore. What happened? What type of car are you driving that it's giving you errors and telling you to go back home? For promotional purposes, we've prepared you a uniform and a special backpack, unlike the ones that Mistress Ajisai and I are wearing. When you are ready, just say the word. I shall present you with the raiments you require. Lancia Ypsilon. Is that some European car? I've never heard of a Lancia. I know that you guys have like different cars than we do, but like I've never heard of a Lancia. Is that like a future car? Is that like a luxury? My computer computer in my car doesn't tell me anything. It just says good luck, my friend, and lets me go. Like my brother has a Tesla. My car is like just like a older Hyundai, and like it's like the base Hyundai too. It don't got any of the sensors on it. No like side view mirror lights, nothing. It's just, you know, I'm playing old school driving. You're ready then. Excellent. You have donned your once you've donned your uniform and backpack, pray accompany Master Uso as he makes his rounds to the steps of Thal. Uso is possessed of a keen instinct of locating crowds, but given the limits of his vocabulary, we'd like you to speak in his stead. Olier and I have meetings to attend, but once we finish, we meet to canvass the steps of Nald with the rest of the Globetrotter Otters in search of the potential patrons. May the Kami of Fortune see fit to bless us both. A big little otter for Murney, Uso. Mine is from 05. Okay, yours is older. Transformation. Certain duties require you to transform into creatures or other people, restricting actions available. It lasts for... Okay, this is simple. Whoa! I have a backpack. It's like I'm back in school. Wait, I don't look like any of them. What do you... Oh, no, he kind of looks like me. Why don't I get a nice suit? Why do I get a Cactar shirt? Other than the cute otter stuff, what's the rest of the stream looking like today? Today's another kind of chill day. We're just going to be doing MSQ stuff mostly. Kind of hanging out, see what we can do. And you know, I'm trying to keep the MSQ train moving. You can't get too separated from MSQ. Though next week we're probably going to do some raids, so good question. You never know with Taz. Well, that's just that's called being a good streamer, you know. Sometimes you got to deviate. Where is everyone? It's a Saturday morning. Let them trickle in. You know, it might have been... Get out of me. It might have been a very raucous Friday for most people, you know? Everyone's a little hungover. It's a Saturday night. What are you talking about? Yeah, for you in the European world. Oh, I streamed on Wednesday for like the first time in a while. You know how many Australians I met? We had 4 separate Australians hanging out with us. I didn't even know that they could play this game with their, you know, upside down angles, but they were cool people. A lot of Aussies. I must say, Mr. Zulu, the backpacks and uniform suit you rather well. I shall be here if you require any adjustments. Oh, this is not Uso, my bad. At bingo, probably. Australian people are cool. Are you guys bingo fans? I think bingo's a little I'm not retirement age yet, so maybe I just don't see the I don't see the lines, I guess. Like, but surely there's more exciting things you can do at our age. You know, us young folk shouldn't be sitting at bingo tables at this point in our lives. Mother, look, isn't he sweet? He's trying to tell us something. I see, they're having a festival at the Gold Saucer. There'll be more adorable animals like him wandering around. The mascot's a lovable, huggable sabotender. That sounds like a dream come true. I would like to see it for myself. Let's go to the Gold Saucer, Mother. We'll need to consult your father about it. He did recently bring up the subject to taking more family outings, though, so I doubt he'll refuse. Do any of you call your parents mother and father? Like, straight up mother and father? I feel like that's a little too, like, professional for me. I don't like calling them mother. Like, I require sustenance, mother. Like, that just doesn't sound correct. Thank you so much for finding us. Follow and spread the word to make it rain campaign. I like Bingo though. I'm somewhere between 20 and 50. Speaking of MSQ, I finished Endwalker. Ooh, I'm falling even further behind. Remember when you were worried I'd pass you, Lazy? You remember when you were worried that I'd pass you, and then I told you, from one man to one chatter, I told you, don't worry, I will not pass you, and now here we are. Not even close. I will call my mom mother when I'm joking or if she's ignoring me in public. Why, I've not seen this classier creature in all my days. Have you any business with us? Ah, yes, the Make It Rain campaign. Lord Godbert always did have a penchant for dressing his mascots in dignified raiments. I see you are dressed in some striking accoutrements as well. Tell me, as an aficionado of all things fashion, what might I gain from going to the Gold Saucer? Fashion report. Is that right? I have no interest in gaudy amusement parks, but that sounds rather promising. Perhaps it's worth experiencing for myself. Thank you, Mr. Fuzzy Little Gent. You have given me a fresh new perspective. And that tuxedo is absolutely flawless. I just call my parents... I call my mom, and my dad Papa, actually. But that's because we're Hispanic. We're a Hispanic cultural artifact, so I get to do that. Uso sets off in one direction in search of more potential patrons. I call my mom Not and my dad Dad. Well, I technically call my dad Pop, which is short for Papa, but whatever. The thing is, with Dynamis, is there's no people, but I like selling expensive items because yes. Man, really exploiting the vulnerable people of Dynamis, by the way. Really, I could never. I would never do that to my fellow Final Fantasy patrons. Let me guess, something's afoot at the Gold Saucer. What gave it away? The Sabotender shirt? Ah, the Make It Rain campaign has returned. I haven't been a saucer in age, but I really ought to change that. We owe much more to Lord Godbert, after all. Anyway, I'm dipping. I have cookies to eat that I made today. Okay, bye. Don't let them go bad. You know Godbert Manderville personally? The three of us were Alamegan refugees, you see. The average Uldan didn't take so kindly to us, and despite our best efforts, our job prospects were slim to none. But Godbert Manderville changed that all. He hired the three of us to help build his gold saucer. I don't suppose your companion's tuxedo was based on Senior Sabotenders, was it? Senior Sabotender's a favorite of mine. Him and all that he represents. Construction of the saucer began soon after the calamity. In those days, Dalibut's aftermath haunted every waking moment of our lives. And despite all of it, there was an old Lalafellan man among the workers who loved nothing more than to make us laugh. Every day he'd think up some new dance to pose and lift our spirits. Some called him eccentric, but none could deny the joy he brought us. After our work was done and the saucer was built, old Godbert sought out that man and dubbed him the first Senior Sabotender. Even now, even if it's not the same man in the suit, I can't help but grin when he strikes the famous pose. Ain't much of a business anymore, but keep spreading that joy to others just like I did. Beep, beep. Hello, Lottie. I'm working to get my my own little otter and backpack to waltz around Ul'dah with, so that's what we're up to. How can you say that thinking I'll let these cookies go bad? It's cookies with M&Ms. How in the world can I not eat them? Besides, I made them. They're very good. I have no baking ability. I can't bake cakes. My cooking range is also extremely limited to like the most basic rice and chicken and like mashed vegetable egg omelets. That's my mainstays, you know? But it works and it's cheap and it tastes good. So, who cares? No cooking stream, I see? Well, let's be honest here. Cooking streams are one of two things. It's like cooking something fancy or like cooking like something that has like directions printed for 5-year-olds, you know? Like I could see myself doing like a what's that like old school, what's it called? I can't even remember. Those like paint by the numbers cook things for like children. I could see myself doing some of that on streams. Anyway, I didn't mean to talk your ear off. I'll let you get back to it. And don't you worry. We'll find time to visit the gold saucer. Beep, 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 beep. Oh my god, he's so cute. I know. He's awesome. It's unfortunate I don't really like having minions around too much just because they kind of... Like, if you see what's happening here... I'm not saying they're polluting my my visual space, but they're kind of polluting my visual space with all their names. Now the backpack could see some use. I kind of like the backpack. You can hide minion names, but then, you know, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that. Welcome back. I must extend my thanks to you once again for accompanying dear Uso. I don't know how you play with minion names. Well, I'll fix it in a second. You ought to thank Myrnies. Is something troubling you? Beep, 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 beep. Oh, you wish to learn Senior Saboteur's famous pose? What inspired all of this all of a sudden? Did aught occur during your rounds? Oh, so that's the way of it. I imagine Uso learns to uplift others in the self-same spirit of the Senior Sabotender. Beep. A noble desire, that, and one can feasibly be arranged. I shall speak with Lord Godbert and request the tutelage of our current Senior Sabotender. Our patronage has thrived thanks in part to his efforts after all. Master Uso's continued endeavors will be a boon to guests and staff alike. Isn't that wonderful, Uso? We may never made this discovery without your assistance, Bernie. I'm in your debt. What the? Well, then I believe it's nighttime. We made our way back to the Gold Saucer. Pray meet us there at your earliest convenience. Your reward awaits. Is this like the first one? Is this like the hook that gets people in gambling? Is that what this is for? Oh my goodness, they teleported me here. All right, let me fix that real quick. Character configuration, character, control, name display, NPCs, claimed enemies, NPCs, minions, when targeted, NPCs, other pets, companions, housing gardens. That's fine. There we go. See, now it works. Chickpea lentils. You want to hear the most tragic story of all time? Oh, I walked past my quest person. One time I saw that there was like a hummus, but it was black bean hummus. And I thought, like, you know how like when you buy hummus, they usually like sprinkle a little of the flavoring on top, and that's usually what gives it the title. I didn't realize that black bean hummus was straight up made of black beans. And I'm like, brother, this hummus tastes like black beans. I was so sad. I was so heartbroken. There you are. Allow me to express my thanks for spending time with Master Uso. He and his fellow Globetrotter otters took their posing lessons most diligently. Our current sabotender was quite impressed with the results. I'm sure our clientele would be. What's more is I'm pleased to report this year's promotional campaign. Who runs like that? Who was that? Jesus. What's more, I'm pleased to report that this year's promotional campaign is moving profitably. It pays to take the gold saucer directly to the loss, so to speak, and if you were an invaluable asset to our success. In recognition, Lord Godsberg expressed interest in presenting you with the reward. Allow me to take you to him. Well, what is this cinematography? This is new stuff. Is this what Dawn Trail quests look like? Not as cute? What are you talking about? You have to see for yourself. It'll be a little bit. We'll get there. We have to see the Endwalker technology. Look at this camera. What? We never have panned cameras in Shadowbringers. Our cameras are fixed, and the characters walk in and out of frame. There he is. Murney, welcome, my friends, to the Gold Saucer. Olier tells me you've done a great service promoting our campaign with aplomb. As you can see, the saucer is teeming with satisfied guests. So, the spirit of innovation in which I pride my craft is my great privilege to display my new masterpiece. Behold! A wind-up version? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, this is him. This is literally our guy. This is our man. I present you, Senior Otter, a mammoth. Oh, no, it is a, what's it called? A craft version. In the likeness of our friend Uso, the miniature globetrotter and the backpack we entrusted to you are yours to keep. He could beat you to death easily? I think most people could. Murney gains all her power from shooting a bow. You know, I don't think she's that trained in fisticuffs, to be honest with you. As Olier may have mentioned, I've pledged my interest to invest in a campaign, or invest a percentage of our profits to otter preservation, and we are off to a most heartening start. On behalf of all involved, you have my heartfelt gratitude. The Gold Saucy is, and shall ever be, a place of merriment for all who enter, which is why I would hope we can expect your patronage as well. Until then, we are eagerly to await your next visit. I could never pull off. Do any of you wear, like... And do any of the guys in the audience wear like 5-inch inseam shorts? I don't want to say like it's too scandalous, but I could never. Senior Otter pack and Senior Otter. New minion. New backpack. Oh, this isn't here. Oh, that's sick. I thought it would be like a furniture. Not a furniture. Look at that. It's kind of floating a little bit. That's okay. Well, if we're here, we may as well do a little bit of gambling, right? Like, well, why wouldn't we? They brought me here. Five, 8, 2, 7. I'm going for the big bucks. We don't have a 1 or 3 yet because 1 and 3 are right here. Let me try that one again. Hi. Hi, Volker. How are you doing? Why did you put him away? Do you hate him? What, the backpack or the? I never took the minion out. I never let him out of his cage in the first place. Why are you mad at me? Ugh. What is this? 13, 17? Not great. Go for it. The cactpot's not lining up well. I'm not gonna lie to you. Losing my scratch cards. 9. Pretty solid start. 4. 8. 5. Yikes. Wait, what is that? 17, 23? That's not bad. Do I just take the 2,000 points and leave? Because I can't possibly get 6. So maybe I'll just take this and leave. I did my math wrong! It was 22! Okay. That was embarrassing. Not bad. How are you doing? I've seen better days. I've seen better days. I've been dealing with some like health stuff for the past 2 days, but I'm okay. What's your favorite thing to do in the gold saucer? I'm a big fan of like the little jumping puzzles. I need the other thing is you said everything is increased by 50% today or for the event. I need that stupid mount. Where's the mount? The one for the near event. Not you. This one? I'm a little short, which is the issue. Who has it? I don't think it's any of these. Oh no, there it is. 300,000. How do you even get 4 million MGP? Is this gas? Is this good? No way I'm saving up 4 million. Is there any events going on right now that I can throw myself at? No, doesn't look like it. Fenrir's better in my opinion than the 4 million or the pod. I really like the pod. I think the pod's awesome. If we wait 2 minutes, we get a game. Should we just wait? Nothing's better than bed? Which one's the bed? Are you telling me I have to come back here and get more points for the bed too? Because I need more mounts. My mounts actually are terrible. You see this person doing a ritual for their things? Look at this. I've seen this before. Air Force One. All right, let's do it. This is the rail shooter, right? This one's kind of cheese when you're on like keyboard. It's like super easy. So I'm gonna try. Against my better judgment, I might try to do this with. Where is it? There it is. I have one of the rarest rings in the game, but I never use it because it's ugly. Rings? What do you mean rings? Oops, wrong way. Get me in there. You want the big Kato? Or you won big Kato? I don't think so. I haven't played big Kato in a while. I'm going to do this with the Waz against my better judgment. Here we go. Oh no, Rat won it from. Hey Taz, I love your content. First time seeing you live. Hey, how you doing? As you can see, we're doing really important stuff right now. So if you could let me focus, that'd be great. Paid chatter? Yeah, your check's in the mail, Fang. If you could do that 2 more times in 1 hour from now and 1 hour beyond that, we can. I'll send you a little weekend bonus. You feel? I sure hope so. That was painful to write out. It can't be that hard. Look, if you want to pay me like $2 to show up on your Twitch stream or YouTube live stream and let me inflate your ego a little bit, I'd be down. Alright. How hard is this going to be without my mouse? I feel like being a controller player has to be the most painful experience of all time. This is brutal. Although I'm kind of slaying it right now. I play controller. Like you see how stressful that was? I didn't even know you could do WASD on this. You haven't played enough what's it called? Air Force One, clearly. I just do mouse and space button. Well, because I could do mouse, but then it's like, is this even like, this just isn't fun. I've played enough FPS games in my life to, you know, make this meaningless. Now give me my points. 4,000? Not bad. And 50% bonus? Oh no, it's 4,000 with the 50% bonus. I'm still so far from the thing. I just want the pod. I want some mounts, you feel? I have to wait 20 minutes for the next one. You can always do your challenge log. That's true. I never even really looked at my challenge log too much. It's unfortunate. I mean, I'll probably just do it on my own time because I can't imagine you want to watch me sit here and hit the 20 minutes for each event. But who knows? I guess, is it MSQ time? That event was actually really short. I'm surprised. I guess I could technically do... Does anyone... do any of you have the secret logs for the fashion report? Do any of you know the secret tech with fashion report this time? 529 it would be. It's just a hat. The goblin cap. Do I have that? Do I own a goblin cap? Where's this from? Achievement for certificate, Old Gridania. Jonathas and Old Gridania. Alright, let's go grab it. And then Soot Black, it said? Alright, cool. I will get the pod mount, I promise. After failing every roll when we did the Nier stuff, the Nier Alliance raids, I'm about to show you what 0 luck can get you, you know? I'm not bound by these lucky drop rolls. I will earn everything myself. Whoa, new player. All right, Jonathan, give me the goblin cap. We got 8 new ones. Goblin cap. I can't believe this is. I can't believe this is gonna take up a slot in my my thing. Oh well. You have the watering can? Of course I have a watering can. This is like my favorite emote. The first time I died and someone did this to me was a life-changing experience. You never forget the first time someone BMs you with an emote. Let's go back to the... Oh, no, I have to dye something black. Soot black. Oh, wow, look at this. Huge, huge difference. I kind of like the blue tones, though. I kind of like this. You know, I kind of like the original. You know, maybe the people who made the near game outfits were, like, on something, but I kind of like the blue tone that they got in here. Oh, well. Gotta do what you gotta do for some points. Behold. You can put the goblin cap in the armoire luckily. It's cute. I think it is pretty cute, actually. It's not bad. It kind of looks like you're a bomber, though. You know, it looks like you're about to get in a World War II fighter plane and go da 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 on your biplane. Where is... It's this one, right? No, this one. It's cute for gathering. I think, you know what? I've turned my tone on it. I think I could get some use out of it, I think. Just stay away from PH. What is PH? Philippines? I love that place. Without further ado, let the judging begin. I don't need to watch this. I've seen this a million times. Easy 80 points. Did you dye that, though? Yes, you have to dye the top black, soot black. I read the thing. Hannah gave me the lowdown on how to win this all the time, so 90,000 points. How long does this event last? Can I do this again? Is it gonna be 2 weeks? I never do this one. That one's easy. All right, I'll do giant cactar pot as well, since I never do it, but we'll play a little bit. It's weekly? No. I mean, how long is the 50% bonus? Because 90,000's nice. I'll do it again for 90,000. View the payouts. Yeah, I didn't actually get it. View past results. All right. Scream out a number. Scream out a number. Everyone say a number. 8. Just use the dice. Volcra, one number. Stop trying to hijack my democratic process, Volcra. Just use the dice. Is that how you win? Because you said you've won 2 of the rarest items here. Let's see what the dice says. 6363. That's a bait, right? There's no way. There's no way 6363 is the gas. 6. All right, I will input my own number. 3. Therefore, the number is 8. 663. That's the one. All right. Give me another. Just shout out another number, everyone. I'll lead this time with a 2 though. It's been 664 of these. Yo, only 2 more? 7 is the next one. 0. Right, help us out. Wait, no. Wait. Lottie actually gave a 2. Hold on. So I have to redo this. It's 2270. Here we go. My bad, Lottie. I didn't even see the number you put in there. All right, then the last one, Rat. I'll use your tech for the last one, all right? Random. Go. 10 p.m. Earth time. You guys want to sit for, You guys have 8 hours to kill? Anyone want to hang out for 8 hours? Let me go claim my pod. I need this. Not you. Is there anything in here that like is actually good? Like, do any of you mainline these other ones? Or do we have any Fenrir mains in here? Because I'm about to spend my entire life savings on a pod. To be fair, I like the pod, so I'm okay with it. I think the pod's really cool. There's a big event at the spinning wheel at the same location where the numbers are picked. It's fun to witness. Who is that? Charlotte. Pod. Magically bring the machine to life. Excellent. Oh, sorry. My bad. My bad. Is that what you wanted? There's a big event with a spinning wheel at the same location. Hate this ring? They're pretty cute. I'll give it that. You want my hottest take, though? Use examine? Okay. Let me look at this ring that you got. Is it this one? Or this one? Which one are we talking about? Glamour. The Mad Bird's ring. Where is it? I can't see it on your gloves. You got too much gloves on. Let me try them. Stop looking at my thighs. They're my thighs now, okay? Look. Look, I'll be honest with you. I think I used the Emperor's New Rings for like all my glam just because they kind of look hideous sometimes, but that's okay. All right, let me go look at this event that y'all wanted me to see. There's a big spinning wheel at the same location where the numbers are picked. It's not yet. I don't see no, I don't see it. Oh, it's when they draw the numbers. Oh, yeah, I've never actually seen... I've never been there for the live drawing, you know? That must be a soul-crushing thing. Like, could you imagine being like buying an IRL lottery and sitting there like as they reveal the numbers, and then like the guy in like the row behind you goes, "I just won $1 million," and you're just sitting there with your $5 lottery ticket, and you're like, I didn't win anything. That must hurt. Why do people hurt themselves like that? Hold on, let me put this hat away before I forget. Let's do this. Cool. There's no inn and more donuts. We got to do this here. Go do your MSQ. I'm going. Let me just drop the hat off. I got some goods that I need to leave behind before we go. Oh, there was something I said on the Wednesday stream, a little bit of a self-report, but you all have to promise not to get mad at me, okay? You know, I've been complaining a long time about like crafters and how like difficult it is to have all that resources and stuff, and like managing all the resources. Would you be surprised to find out that on Wednesday I literally learned that you have the Chocobo saddlebag as like an extra inventory to put all the materials and stuff in? You ever wonder why my inventory looks so terrible 90% of the time? Dude, I'm sorry. You can't get mad. I told you you're not allowed to get mad at me. I said it, okay? To be fair, when does the game tell you? Do you know about retainers? Yes, I know about retainers. I'm not that stupid. The problem is like, that's why I was so frustrated, because I'm like, yo, every time I need to get material, I need to like go to my retainers to get all the extra inventory space. You know, it's like a long process. You got to go back and forth. It sucks. When in reality, it was as easy as you get 70 extra spots for nothing. Put your baits in there, you know, when you go fishing. Let's put you here. I also didn't think you were that stupid, but you clearly proved me wrong. There was off stream, Hannah was helping me get through fishing, because I was trying to do ocean fishing, and like the stuff she was asking me, she's like, "So you've unlocked retainers, right?" I'm like, "Yes, I've unlocked retainers. Who do you think I am?" I think we're good. God, I feel like I'm leaving for school, like with my stupid backpack while I'm like checking my inventory. Like I'm like heading out to school or something. How many retainers do you have? I only have 2. Stupid? You wash your mouth. No, I said how stupid do you think I am? Not I didn't call Hannah stupid. I was just upset that I was getting babied through the process. I'm like, so you do know about you do know about like you know the reel button? You hit the reel button to catch the fish. Oh no, I'm not supposed to be here. Oops. Oh wait, I'm a new mount. What am I doing? No more mount roulette. Doing this the old-fashioned way. Where the heck? Oh no, you did from here. Mount guide. No more mount roulette. Only pod. Whoa, it's just like the real thing. Wee. You guys weren't kidding when you said he skipped all the trials. Look, there's time to do the trials later. Look, I'm like, it's like I'm playing Nier. Need to put mount music on, but I like the area music. Wait, that's true. Actually, the mount music could be pretty fire, huh? Let me hear what the near one is. See, the problem with mount music like this is like, this song doesn't work when you're like, you know, just traveling through the world. You know, I'm not trying to listen to boss music. I'm just trying to get from point A to point B, you know? Battle song when you're, yeah, battle song, exactly. I like the ambient music because it fits the scene a little bit better. And what sucks is Nier has such great ambient music, so like they really could have picked something a little stronger, but that's okay. What's y'all's favorite Nier song? Be honest with me. I have a favorite. I've been thinking about it. I've been listening to the songs after we did the raid a little bit. Although I've always had a favorite, so it's not like it changed. I give you the Bonanza, the Scion's very own airship. I built her as a company project with the help of some friends at the Rising Stones and named it for her luck and prosperity. Tataru, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals did not exaggerate that many talents of the Scion's fabled coin keeper. Hee, I had also introduced myself as your pilot, except the training didn't quite go as well as I'd hoped. But that's alright, we've hired this capable fellow here instead. Who are you? The Bonanza is equipped with a fully complement of mana cutters, by the way. Feel free to use them to get around Aziz La. But that's not enough, or that's enough talk time to fly. From Automata, it's kind of hard. Oh yeah, you're a big, like, Drakengard and the other Nier game. It's escaping me for some reason. You're a big fan of, like, the entire series. Replicant, that's the name. I really like nothing. Sid would be jealous of the way the airship flies. Tataru has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are in Aziz La, and Alfino's report did not do the scale of this place justice. Wait, you weren't here with us last time in Aziz La? Was this when she was injured? I don't remember. I don't remember the time scale that well. This appears to be the helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta Quadrant. Rat would know a lot about the Beta Quadrant. And yes, I believe I have my bearings. This is my first time on Aziz La. I do have some familiarity with the place thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I'm mistaken, this path leads to the Aetherite, beyond which will be an information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there. Can I fly? Oh yeah. I think I like smaller, what's it called? Mounts. I think that's what I like about this one. It helps to, you know, it's all about keeping the glam alive, you know? Because when you're in like when you're in like the battle bus, you can't even see your glam. You're inside. This area gave flight for free. Shio trying to shoot me down for being proud of my accomplishments. I just wanted to prove that I could fly. Here's the terminal. Moment while I search the archives for references to tampering. Computer, enhance on tampering. There we are. Iconic corruption and overview. That sounds promising. Indeed. Let's see what this report has to say. Confound it. The contents appear to have been deleted. What? No, there isn't something you can do? I'm afraid not. But there may be another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is where to look. It says here that the report was written by someone named Owen. 0-2. Got him. Got him, Alice. Is there anything that he likely kept a copy? I would say it's a distinct possibility, assuming he was a researcher here. He would have had headquarters on the Habisphere. We're certain the details of the Habisphere control. Let's return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves of the mana cutters. We will need them to reach our destination. You already have a suitable means of transportation, don't you? I didn't know that mounts were like a thing that they know about. I thought it was just like a part of the world. I don't have a top 3. My top 2 are Weight of the World and Kaine Salvation. I'm a big from Replicant. Oh, you're gonna go down the whole list. You're gonna go down every game. You're gonna be like, well, Drakengard 1, of course. We're really talking about some heavy hitters in Drakengard. Oh, I don't have this part of the map unlocked. Don't mind me. Thank you. Oh wow, are any of you gonna complain about the fractal continuum? When is Tazzy gonna do the optional dungeon from Azzy's Law, the fractal continuum? It's one of my favorite pieces of content. By the time I get to Dawn Trail, this part of the map will not be unlocked. I can tell you that much. Reptoid. Oh look, one of these things. Tazzy's a hater confirmed. Tazzy, you gotta do it. The fractal continuum? Wow. If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, this note will be able to tell us its number. There. Oh, from what I recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of... Warning, evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the Habisphere is not permitted at this time. Foiled again. In all likelihood, the order would not have been posed during the Fourth Umbral Calamity, and I doubt it would be lifted in the near future. Energy levels critical. Returning to base for recharging. Well, there's surely some other things other ways to gain access. Force, for example. Ere we resort to that, I have an idea. Where we descend a surge of energy through the yonder control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restarting the locks. As for a suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that they are known to form at points of stagnant aether throughout the continent. You seem to recall. Are you telling me that this was in the records too? I am. A report sent to the capital meant that a lightning aspect of aether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. A minor detail, grant you, but my role in the as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much Allegan knowledge. Besides my struggles, my studies helped me to feel connected to the source, to home. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, it feels more exhilarating than I can well express. Now, the lightning shard. If I may suggest we split up and search for the beta quadrant. Oh, but be aware of sprites. They want to manifest where ether is stagnant. First to returning with a shard wins. What do you say? Very well. It would be an honor to come third. That's because Grahati is a nice guy. Pagalathon almost very soon. Almost very soon? There's too many qualifiers on that one. It would be a miracle if he hits M Relict today and you're pulling Pag. Well, she said almost very soon, which is like, you know, one day and then we're almost there. Allegan Chimera. You sense a hostile presence. What were my abilities? Wait, the backpack eats my spots? That's upsetting. Why does the backpack eat my things like an umbrella? That just doesn't do anybody any good. Thank you, Tazzy, for listening to the words I say. I'm diligent about my chat, you know. I care about you guys. Bravo, that was quite the show adventure. Why the spectacle proved enthralling, and all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shard is yours. Very funny. Let's get back to work. Forgive me, the scene reminded me of our first meeting. I couldn't resist. Well, the contest continues, so you better hurry back. Ah, but one last thing. Thank you, Murney, for bringing me here. What, I need to let the cat get some exercise. You know? Our family cats have had a really bad set of luck, you know? Like, how many times has Ishtola died? How many times did Grahatia try to die? Like, it's tough being the family scion cat. It's just one of the toughest jobs in the world. One of the most dangerous jobs, one would even say. We have an over 100% mortality rate. Cats do have 9 lives. I will continue my propaganda that there is something in the water with the blonde here scions. They never make it. I don't know if there's like a rule of 1 in the scions that there can only be 1 blonde at a time, but like Minfilia didn't last that long. Then Lise had to go, and then we almost got Reen, but she turned her hair. She literally changed her hair color. It's like, what's going on with the blondes in the scions? There's something in the water. It appears Alice had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations, then. When I have the shard. What makes it so much better at finding these things? What do you have that I don't? That is a question I too would have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could have had a great deal. We could learn a great deal from Murney. Not only about the secrets of adventuring, but come, we should attend to our mission. The Scions can only have white hair. Papa Limo was blonde? Was he? I'll be honest with you, I remember very, very little about my boy Papa. Excellent. The system has responded exactly as intended. Now we have access to the Habisphere. One obstacle remains: the security system. Should they be triggered, it would make life rather difficult. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I'm right, my royal blood shall allow me to venture in unmolested. Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, if he doesn't, you'll be on your own. And I want to promise you that you'll get out the first sign of trouble. Taz not reading chat. I'll get to you in a second, Shio. I'll get to you in a second. Don't worry. I'm formulating how badly I want to put you on blast once this cutscene ends. Well, nothing for it but to sit tight. I suffered greatly typing that. Well, now I'm going to read it out loud. Taz, when the cat empregs Murney, so they have a half cat, half pure kid named John Cat, who is actually Ardbert reincarnated, but also Allegan I, but they also speak in Urianger. Shio, time yourself out. Leave. Close the tab and come back in 10 minutes, okay? Don't make me type it out. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption and overview sounds like stadium thesis. We all had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about the combat applications of ether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alfie knows is more philosophical, of course. Political, I dare I say. He would choose a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. Controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted Charlene's knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition to this country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not very happy. At the time, of course, Alfino was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to the death with anyone who saw things differently, by which means the rows were long. To be fair to him, though, since he's learned to be a little more open-minded, but he's since learned to be a little more open-minded. But now, deep down, he still holds fast to the one belief, and I admire him for that. Brad, don't engage with the M-Preg defender, Shio, please. Shio's timed out right now, so unless you want to, you know, infect yourself with that ilk and also get timed out for 10 minutes, I think you should pipe down a little bit. I should have liked to meet the young Alfino. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the Allegan civilization as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended the stadium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the Students of Baltesian convinced me to write one of the promised unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I consider it to be no more than the means to an end, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. I have 2K more. What did you do? Shio, let me do it for you. All right, Shio. I'm sorry. This is actually gonna delete your ungodly message too, so it kind of works out. How does this work? It's like this. I hope this works the way I think it does. No, it doesn't. I didn't do the time code properly. Oh my goodness. Now I just look like a fool. How does this work? I did it once. Now I can't remember how to do it properly. I just see the stupid things. Why is it not giving me the... I'm putting in... I literally type in exclamation mark timeout, and it's not giving me like the... Oh, it's slash. It's slash timeout. Oh my goodness. Now it's giving me the thing. Username, duration, reason. Username is Shio. 60 seconds. Does this work? Excellent. And now the message has been gone from the annals of history. Yes, Owen's archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report still survives, it would be stored on this device. Shall we find out? Dude doesn't even want to mod his own live. I offered you the position, Rat, but here we are. Initializing, scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as guest, please complete biometric authorization. You gotta spit on that thing. Verifying. Authentication complete. Guest identified as member of royal family. I am at your most humble service, your highness. It never ceases to amuse me. 'Tis a pity, but the effect will not last forever. Dogen Unai said as much when they granted me this gift, but until such a time fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search for iconic corruption. Searching. One item found. Iconic corruption. An overview. The report is locked by the author. State password. Go on, your highness. Tell us the nice node tell the nice node the password. Don't nod ahead in agreement. Right. Let's see. Glory be to Allag. Long live Emperor Zand. Password incorrect. Please try again. Confound it. Passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance... password. That can't possibly be correct. The password could be something so inane would be laughable were it not so dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct is in presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. Dang. What did that thing just call me? Wild Rose or Courage? I think you know what? You want to hear the biggest truth, Nuke? If you say anything with enough poise and enough like corrosiveness, it can be like, it's like a mini slur, you know? It's like, know your place, handmaiden. Like, it kind of hurts a little bit. Gets a little tight in the chest. Wild Rose. Dang it. I say dismantle and extract. A manual extract do we need. That's not to be too hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the port thing altogether. I believe this task may be for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it's them. Come, let us bear the node back to the Rising Stones. By the way, Dark Souls 2 stream when? You know, I kind of... Hot take, I enjoy Dark Souls 2. Like, it's a fun little game. It's also very fun in cooperative play. I should probably mention that I've yet to meet Sid since waking up. The Ram Bros did not send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield of urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal to seek his help is no pretext. However, I much look forward to seeing him again. All but running. How sweet. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we? Dark Souls 2 sucks, and then people praise Dark Souls 3 like, come on, hey, whoa, now let's not get too hasty. I said I like Dark Souls 2, but I do think Dark Souls 3 is better. Two categorically different answers there. Don't put words into my mouth, okay? I just don't think it's as bad as anyone says it is. Where are we going to? Rising Stones. Ba-ba-da-bum. Bum. Wee. Wonderful news, Tataru contacted Sid on my behalf, and he is on his way here as we speak. While we wait, I would very much like to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind, Kryle? As you know, the meeting convened to discuss on how best to respond to events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from our Doman allies, the war succession rages on. The Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the province have begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern is the Ullard Allegiant. Oh, the third. It's the third. Am I dumb? I tried so hard to get that name right. It's just the third. A legion aligned with Lord Nerva. It appears they've received substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Brutus, aren't they the ones who took in Yosetsu and Asahi? This bodes well. Xenos' movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Ryanja will shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such times as they do, the Allied leaders feel it unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Grimult, they've decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Grimlet? Working with friendly factions among the beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues of peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order ahead of the decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. The Laminsons, in particular, I've been calling them Limsons this entire time. Struggle. No, I have called them Laminsons. My bad. Struggle in their efforts. And Alfino and Ishtola have been called to aid them. So long as we are dealing with the tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail of us. If we can develop a treatment for tempering, then anything is possible. Which is why we must succeed. Let Shiri know. Why don't we make ourselves comfortable in Dawn's respite? I'll show Sid in as soon as he arrives. Respite, probably. That would be a better way to pronounce that. Let me fix the color of my thing, actually. The blindfold looks so weird without, like, the 2B, like, bowl bob cut. You know what I'm talking about? I kind of don't like the extra, like, real estate it eats up. I think if you had, like, the symmetrical hair, it would look better. Oh, last time you saw each other was like what? Crystal Tower series? You remember those days? Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. But you might have heard we've had our hands full. In our defense, you are rather early. You are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. I would have been had you not fulfilled your promise. Still struggling with that idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something. What is it? Well, a treatment for tempering. And the next step, you need to find the password to this Allegan's report. Do 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 do. With nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly, and thus we turn to you. I'd love to say that we could help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, a Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Rambros. It contains an Allegan dictionary. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set to work immediately. To be fair, Tez, if I really wanted to cause hell, I could talk about Limbus Company and how it's the most free-to-play game where you have bars that look like pregnancy tests and blonde guys that love being in jail, and there was a lot more. But Shio, the three people that care are not here right now, so give Mad Dog like an hour. Mad Dog will be here, and you can talk about all you want about Limbus Company. Looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom, that's the password. A fellow American in Final Fantasy. Short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, Your Highness? I would, m'lady. Node. Open the report entitled Iconic Corruption and Overview. Password. Freedom. Password accepted. Opening report. Isn't this Allegan technology? How are we hacking into it, like, to figuring out its secrets? Is this like hacking like a Windows 98 system? It's just the tech is just too old. There's just too much vulnerabilities. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of ether of the soul. These are well-dressed men. I like their outfits. Said ether exists ordinarily in an equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. But when a subject is exposed to the icon or the ether of an icon, this changes, their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. By way of an example, exposure of the ether of the fiend Sephiroth would cause a subject's ether to become aligned with the element of earth. You gotta dodge the mechanics to not get corrupted by the icons. Interesting. As a consequence, the subject would retain heightened affinity with earth-aspected magics, as well as preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. Who is that primal, Taz? Actually, that primal was Materia DC Goat, Sephiroth. We were there on Wednesday. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributable to elemental alignment, however. Further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged or stagnant during the process. This stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom will come to consume their entire existence. In this manner, do the corrupted and become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. I didn't know they like edited these together. This guy like put together a performance for his report. Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor which we were successful, albeit at a great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women all, fell to the corruption. In accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Amon. Wait, was he like giving these guys like, take this shield, this bulletproof vest, and go get hit by the icon? And then like, when the icon smashed them because he's like 500 pounds, they're like, damn it. The icon, they've been corrupted. We must put them down. Is this the type of research that they do in LAG? Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision, and for my impertinence, I've been stripped of rank and title, which will be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I record it in the hope that one day someone will undertake that which I could not do and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption. End recording. So not even the Alligans were able to find a cure, or rather, they were not given the chance to do so. One cannot but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. More importantly, this confirms the stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True, yet were we simply to reanimate a tempered soul, I fear it would do not to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever returning its thrall. If we could only make them remember who they were. So there's no point in reviving their souls unless we can restore their sense of self. If only we could make them remember who they were. But of course, memory transference. The process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation. That is, limit the effects to only those memories that existed prior to tempering. Thus restoring the sense of self. We could theoretically drown out the incitement of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see. That seems sound, and our only experience treating the light corrupted would help us identify suitable memories for reanimation. But are you confident you can adapt the memory transference as required? I seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They are, you're right. Despite my best efforts, I cannot recreate the mechanism, and I concede the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide us the basis for a cure. Then perhaps it's better we consider another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. You see, nodes such as these were built with the ability to simulate magics. Which leads me to believe that they're capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we will conduct years' worth of tests within a space of a few days. In theory, it'd be no different than how he identified the password. But it'll take more calculating power, a lot more. I honestly couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, you don't suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? To keep it from prying eyes, yes? Why? Wait, a password that can be guessed by anyone with the leisure and a dictionary wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look. Now, he wanted this report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective, I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. You two round up as many magic terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief. Things are about to get very busy. Luckily, we have you to help, eh? I can't do Magitech stuff. Don't look at me. I just sit and watch from the back. Like, look at this. This is like the collection of minds. I was standing all the way back here while they were doing their thing. You got to know your place sometimes. And like, Aether engineering technologies. Yeah, I'll stay back. I'll watch from a distance. Right, while Grahatia and I can trigger the terminals, I want the rest of you to procure supplies, namely ceruleum to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. The more of we both, the better. Leave the ice shards to me. I'll round up some adventures and go on a gathering spree. In that case, I'll trust Murdy and Ali say with the ceruleum. Here's a promissory note for each of you. Infinite access to ceruleum. Take them to the Sky Steel manufacturer in Ishgard. Yours is a well-known face in the LEC, I believe. It's the self. If it's all the same to you, I'll head to Thanalan. Gonna get groceries, BRB. Make sure you pick up the. Don't forget to check the eggs. Like open up the thing, and get me some. I'm feeling Lucky Charms. You know. what's y'all's cereal? I've always been a Lucky Charms person myself. Though I will accept Fruit Loops as a good second answer, personally. Gotta go to the Holy See. Oh yeah, bro got Graha from the first? Were you not? You were here when we did this? Look at these two. What's going on over here, huh? At the Aetherite, nonetheless. Raisin Band Crunch or Frosted Flakes? Let's go this way. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Hello, Fromelon. You stand in the Sky Steel Manufactory. What is it you require? That wasn't that good. So you're after the ceruleum. In that case, please present your note to the engineer at the airship landing. He will be glad to assist you. Oh god, this scene? What could possibly go wrong? We're just procuring some ceruleum. Guan 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 guan. Alderaan? It's like Star Wars. Ceruleum, you've come to the right man. Fair warning, though, the prices shot up on account of uncertainty with the Empire, so I hope you got the coin. Incorrect. Promissory note. Promissory note from the Ironworks. Don't see many of these. No, that's a problem. It's as good as gold to me. It's my friends.
My friend!
Ah, my
After
friend.
the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places. As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
Hello, Vanu.
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find.
That's a dangerous thing to say. Appearing to near its conclusion. Nah, bro. We got a bunch more expansions to go through, man. What do you think we're up to here? I am informed
he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you?
Taz, do you think the giant bird people bathe in giant bird baths? Yeah, of course. What do you think they do? It's easier that way too, because like you don't need like recycled water, you know? Because bird feathers, like the reason why bird feathers work is they're waterproof. So like you just run your feathers through the water and it just gets the dirt off of it. That's the whole point. So like I think they just have a giant bowl somewhere in the Vanu lands up in the Sea of Clouds, and they just run through the bowl of water, do a little dips and a little, you know, pop water up and down, and you're good to go.
But
good as new.
What business brings you to our fair city this day? A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed.
Well, we're not that far into the thing.
You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it.
I think he's just trying to show up, I think.
In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
Lucy is over there like, do not promise her the entirety of our ceruleum, please. Emmerich, for once, try to be like a normal leader. We're back home. Look at all these nerds doing nerd things. What happened to her?
Oh, who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much?
Oh, did she have to carry it back on her own? That's crazy.
Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more, now that I look at it. Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance. Ha! Some people have all the luck.
Not me, Sid. I didn't win that many items.
We've also succeeded in
raid.
configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Oh, it's... Oh my goodness. He's back.
It's been a while, hero. You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering.
I just enjoy the joy of engineering and putting the square in the square hole. Just it really invigorates me.
But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
For all the effort it took to track you down after your latest disappearing act, you could find the cure for death, and it wouldn't be worth the trouble.
Yowie couple 1.0? This is the best we had back then?
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel, not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
They're fighting again. Help.
Whatever you say, Garland.
They're flirting. Help.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin.
Do your thing, Sid. I will watch from a safe distance. With all the expertise that I have.
All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
You know what's weird? These like Final Fantasy workstations, they're missing spinny chairs, I think. Like, how are these engineers supposed to man the controls with no spinny chairs? Look at us, we're all sitting in the back on these little stools that we dragged in here.
Damn it. It's overloading.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh,
It's gonna blow!
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There!
I mean, we kind of saw it. That's got to count for something.
I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Is this what Sid always sounded like? In my head, he sounded different. Maybe I'm thinking of like the old ARR, because we haven't heard him talk in a long time, but it doesn't sound the same to me.
Thank you.
Since Heaven's Word, yes? There's something off about it.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
Me? Oh no, Alice, right. I can't do anything. Alice's job. At last, we have our cure. In theory, at any rate, we cannot be certain until such a time we put it to the proof, but I am quite confident. If we're to test it on someone, I suggest Gaboo. His symptoms are relatively mild. We'll see if we'll be fine. As long as we exercise due caution, we'll be fine. Without further ado, let's make for Limsa. Let's cure Gaboo of his tempering. Oh, right. I know where that is. I literally visited my friend the other day. Bum, 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 bum. Well, this is the moment of truth. I'll have our hosts bring Gaboo to us at once.
Apologies for the wait.
God, look at the ARR fit.
Gaboo, have you been good?
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Alright, do your thing. Whoa!
Fancy meeting you here.
Alphino Yushtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
Imagine trying to corral a bunch of pirates to talk about primals. I can't imagine a more number one that's like they're probably like, this is a sting operation. They're gonna put us all in shackles for all my pirate crimes I've committed. And the other one's like, are we really gonna sit here through 2 hours of like talking about primals and etheric currents? Like, come on, we're pirates.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment? Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic. Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye.
Can't call her
As
that.
you say, both must be carried out simultaneously.
And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
Come forth, Angelo!
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
Be that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission, then, let us begin.
I'm surprised we don't see this more often, you know, just people giving their ether to their homies, like in the middle of the streets of Limsa.
Yes, this will do. And now, it's my turn.
Also, these other guys in the background just don't care. They're staring off into space. You've never seen a cat imbue a pig with a bunch of ether? Like, none of these people seem that interested in the background.
Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allagans did not. It was never like to be easy. The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room. I'm sure our hosts can spare one. I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
'Twould seem our part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
Let's get a drink. Sit by the tavern, get a drink, you know. What's this? Oh, oops. Firmament stuff. This seems as good a spot as any to rest. We're in the middle of the street, Alfino. There's no seats here. Howdy. Also, when Shadowbringers was current is when I started Final Fantasy XIV. Isn't that most people? From what I understand, Final Fantasy XIV was one of the big recipients of the COVID sweepstakes, where like everyone was like, I kind of got nothing to do. What if I pour thousands of hours into a virtual world? This seems as good a spot as I need to rest. Can you imagine getting wasted with these Toll and Alfie? They seem like pretty, they're not belligerent drunks. There's no way, right? I don't think it could be that bad.
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago. I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even.
All rewards claimed for this stream. Check again on the next stream. What are you talking about, streamer? Are you clicking? Are people promising you weird things for watching streams again? Streamer, the only thing you get from watching my stream is the occasional, like, me making fun of you when you mess up in game. You know? Endwalker was good story-wise as well. When did I ever do that? Look, we already had some people claim some rewards. It's okay, don't worry about it. Do you think they have white monster in Limsa? White monster is everywhere. You'll find white monster in, like, Nebraska gas stations. I'm sure you can find it in the sauce. Anyway, what's up? Well, we're doing some MSQ stuff. We're trying to get to Endwalker. We're so close. We're at 5.4.
But Alize refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation.
Also, I did the event. If you haven't logged in to do the event, the rewards are pretty good. Usually the rewards are pretty These ones are pretty solid. Big fan of the event rewards this time.
However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
Don't tell me, tell her. Well, if it's any consolation, she's in awe of your work. Yeah, you guys have been, like, pumping each other up behind each other's backs. You know, if you just told each other that you think each other are cool, that might, like, cool tempers between the two of you.
She told you of my graduation thesis. How very embarrassing. Nonetheless, it is comforting and not a little surprising to hear that I'm still capable of impressing my sister. On the rare occasions I'm not annoying her, that is.
I think she's dead.
Alize, are you all right?
Surely she didn't have to shamble her entire way over here. She could have been like, yo.
Did it work?
There's like people at the gate, you know? You could have sent them over to get your bro. Get bro out here.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Gaboo! I'm just like Alfie now. Sync? I know. Me and Alfie know. Same wavelength. Same brain matter we're connecting for just half a second.
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan. But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Why are even like the kobolds and goblins and all the creatures of Aeor, why do they all speak in English accents? I understand that I understand that the Elizons are French, or at least they should be French. They still speak English, but like I understand that, you know, there's English bias, but like why are the little creatures English too? Why isn't he like this? Like I tried to focus on their faces. Maybe I'm the one who's stereotyping the goblins and kobolds.
Your hopes reached Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
Don't pet him. It's like he has like a metal helmet.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alize. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them.
I respect Alice for trying to pet Gaboo, but like he's got a spiky helmet on.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether, And while Alize was able to heal Gabu alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gabu, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
I'm like thinking about this. Why did she say maybe we can't and maybe we can? Can you even say it this consistently? Maybe we can't and maybe we can. Yeah, she just faked her own accent. I'm on to you, Alice.
Then the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of Porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first, but I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority.
What is bro talking about?
There
Rewind
is
the
one
thing.
authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic.
Oh, I don't know what those
annoying.
words mean.
And her name is Master Matoya. The real one.
What does irascible and laconic mean? What is bro talking about? Shroomer, did you not hear Alice say maybe we can't and maybe we can? She dropped the accent for the second one because she's a fake and a fraud. She doesn't actually have the accent. It's all a ruse.
I have to go now, Gabu. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
I'm just a little British boy, Alice. Thank you very much. Wait, why is he going down the ramp? I thought he's supposed to head back to like the Tempest HQ. Honey croissants? Lemon waffles? Give me some croissants. As will be the pains for me to remind me, I have not paid Master Bertoya a visit since returning. From the first, it seems as good a time as any. Come, let's make for a cave. Lazy, how you doing? Welcome back. Volker went to go get some groceries, and we were talking about what's your favorite cereal. What's your favorite cereal, Lazy? Shroomer, you have to also answer the question. What's your favorite? Are you meant to be having food while doing MSQ? No, I'm not eating them. Look, I have the store. This is my storage of 3% XP boosts. I got myself some heavenly eggnog, some honey croissants. We got some beef stew or Orcon loaf. The menu is quite large here. We got Dezamil gratin, pixie berry tea, and of course the herring pie. I can make this myself, to be fair. I'm actually a very high level culinarian now. Let that be known. Oh, also, my Australian friends gave me some of these. Look. This is one of the bounties I got from streaming on a Wednesday and having all the Australians say hi. What do you all think? I like cinnamon toast crunch, but I'm lactose intolerant. Have you heard of the divine nectar of the gods alternative milks? I've been down in almond milk for a long time now, because I too have some issues with lactose. Although I can stomach a little bit of it. If I don't have to, I won't. So I just go for almond milk these days. I do love soy milk, but my family hates it, so I don't get it much. Let's see the other ones I have. Barrel tender? Yo. I like this mount. Who needs mount roulette when you have a good mount, right? Once you get one good one, you don't need a randomness. Taz, what is the powerhouse of the cell? Do you need help with your 9th grade biology homework? Is that what you're asking me, Shio? That's me with my bike from Island? Wait, you were supposed to be getting groceries, Volcra. Yes, it is I, Volcra. I need a bed. Yeah, Volcra, you should have Rat give you one of the beds. I take it you're ready to bear witness to the joyous reunion of master and pupil. Very well. This is the dungeon quest? You know what that means. Let's get the soldiers in here. I'm getting on fam for it. Alright. Let me finish this little thing. Master Matoya's got her little spiel to go off on.
Nary a word from you all this time. Then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude. I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away. And for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you'd set your heart on staying.
It wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the First, befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of the forest.
Ooh. Why would you drop such lore like that?
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
Indeed. And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
How remiss of me. Grahatia is my name, and I am proud to call myself a scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Dungeon.fire. Is that gonna be a thing now? Are we just gonna make fun of Volcra eternally for trying to put scam websites on my chat?
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits. Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day.
Behold, my familiar.
So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
So I just need to create porxes with the power to stir the soul.
You need to create Angelos, not Porks.
Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reached double figures. But if I could get a familiar to create the familiars, a mother porksy, as it were.
Shaking your head, Murney.
Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
Alright, off to my old workshop then. Everything required to make the familiars there. That may be, but if no one has set foot since the Exodus, I dread to imagine what has become of it. Oh, there's sure to be a handful of feral familiars and mayhaps a monster or two, but nothing the likes of trouble to the likes of you. You consider cleaning up the place for payment for my help. Fine, we'll do it. Good girl. Now, if there's no objections, I suggest you run along to the maker's quarters. I'll only send one of my pirogos ahead of you into the to let you into the workshop. You only need to tell them who you are. One can't be too careful after all. Off you go. Bum 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 bum. Shroomer with the RP setup. You love to see it. Oh my goodness, he's dying. Run. I'll save you. Be careful, friend. Where are we headed to? Up there? That's what you have to watch out for your healers, guys. When your healers are getting attacked, you know? That's when you spring into action as a DPS player. Do 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 do. When are you gonna play healer? I have a level 70 Sage and a level 40 something Astro. Never again, I hope. What do you weren't? What do you know about this? Taz, I believe in you. Don't give in. Why are you giving me like a speech? Is this dungeon is this a filter dungeon? Am I gonna learn today? Oh, we have too many people. Yo, rat with the joiner priority for the dungeon? I think I gotta give one spot to what's it called? Read my messages. Does this mean Pag tomorrow? Have fun and watch for people trying to kill you, Taz. I believe in you. Don't give in. I'm confused. You're giving me like a... It's like you're dying on the ground. You're giving me a final speech before you die. Greetings, Ribbit. My name to my good... And welcome to my good mistress's relics. Porogo is my name, and I'm honored to be your guide. Within you'll find a space dedicated to making familiars, along with a cavern with the requisite ingredients in hand. I must warn you, the place has not paid a single host to a single soul, much less a broom, in over 15 years, and I regret it may be in some disarray. Rest assured, my brothers and I shall see to it you should not lose your way. Then, Ribbit, only need to say the word, and I'll show you in. I'll give up my spot if we have too many people. Matoya's Relict. What do you mean? We just have enough people waiting here? No, but Shroomer's not here. Look, now we have... Where did Charlotte go? We don't? I already moved out. But you literally put your joiner's priority in. Oh my goodness. You just gave me free channel points. That's cool. We are down a tank. Excellent. All right, let's do it. Get me in there. This dungeon's a lot of fun. I hope you're right. It's got the music down. Ah, books. Reading. I hate reading. Oh, snap. The team's rolling in. Look at us.
Right. To begin with, I need you to gather a few ingredients. Listen well to what the Porogos say, or you'll wish you had.
Oh, is this a puzzle dungeon? Gone are the days of DPSing. You must read. We must read what the Porogos tell us. The ancient scriptures will keep us alive. Now, Shroomer can do it. Shroomer's a powerful tank player. Watch this. We'll be fine. Just listen to what the Porogos say. The clay can be had at the clay-cut cauldron through this portal, if you would. Well, well, well. If you look at the walls, you find Final Fantasy I job sprites. Let me try to look. I don't see any of the job sprites. Let's get out of here. X-ray. On the main hall, not here. Well, well, well. How you doing, Mad Dog? Don't worry, you're not missing out on coils. How are we feeling about the raids next week? Should we do coils, or should we just skip coils because it's like lame ARR content? Who wants to do outdated ARR content? Am I right, guys? Like, let's just get into the Shadowbringers stuff, you know? My favorite. Allow me to assist you with the gap, Ribbit. No, I'm walking. Do the Shadowbringer trials at least? Wait, what's going on with that thing? Thing's carrying a massive stone. Please, I'm begging. That's Ziggy? That's Sonny of Ziggy. Someone doesn't remember Ziggy? Which one's Ziggy? Besides, it's the Sonny of Ziggy, so like it's not even Ziggy. Dude, I was in a M12S party on my main. 1 second. Wait, Trumer, no! Trumer, no! Help. Mudman! Also, is this the first ever party with 2 cats? Isn't that weird? Look at our party comp. We got 2 cats. It's like the first time 2 cats have ever been seen together in the world ever. Oops, I'm still using my AoEs. That's not smart. Alright, let's not die to these suspiciously placed balls on the corner of each arena. I've played a game or 2. I know he's gonna try to. They're gonna try to pull something on me. Pull a fast one. The drainage system activates? Oh no, what is this? How you doing, Tia, by the way? Okay. Do I stay close to this thing? Do I stay far away from this thing? Oh, it's pool. It's pool. I understand. It didn't... Okay. I was gonna say it didn't go in all the way. What am I... Oh, whatever. I figured out what the guy wanted me to do. It's cool. Oh, jeez. You never played games, but never... You've played games, but never beat them. And I've learned all the tricks that games have to kill you, Mad Dog. That's all that matters to me. He's blocked some of the drainage points. Oh, okay. We're just doing more pool. I understand. I'm assuming we just want to not slam each other with each other's balls. I'm gonna take a guess is what we're gonna try to do here. So like with this one, I don't want any of you to, you know, be in the way of mine. Yeah, see? There we go. Oops. Look at that. I dodged that without even looking. Crazy. You can use the same holes too if you want. I understand that. I understand how pool works. Limbus Company. Meant to roulette into Muppet Bummer. That's why I don't do roulettes. I just do MSQ. I'm so excited for them to make the new daily changes so I get my Mog tomes for never doing my roulettes. Literally a change made for this one person that you're watching. Is this the only mechanic this has? I feel like this boss could use like 2 extra mechanics. Roulettes needs to die in a fire. He's not dying because you do no damage. I will say that the damage seems a little low today. I didn't want to say it, but you have to understand that we're doing minimum item levels so we can see all the mechanics. But you know, he only did we didn't have any interesting mechanics anyway. So like, what was the point, right? Are we actually doing minimum item level? Look at the walls now. I don't see him. Man, my team needs me. I didn't play for like 6 months and the rotation is burned to my brain. You can do it too. I don't know this rotation you speak of. And which one is Refulgent Arrow? Which one is that? I don't know the names extremely well. It's this one. I was using Refulgent Arrow during that. I 100% was. I know the basics. I might not have the rotation down, but I know which buttons do what. Lulu did something on break? Give me this. Ow. Never mind, you're just undergeared. Cool. Is that why our damage is a little low? We got some undergeared players. Lulu, what are you doing? I fixed it? Wait, were we actually just undergeared? Is that what's happening? Is that why morale and damage was so pitiful? Okay, cool. So we were doing minimum item level in a way. So Shuma, please don't die. Toxicity for the first time in Final Fantasy XIV history. We were having some fun conversations during the Alliance raid. People were talking like, "Oh, do we need more streamers who keep it real, who like, you know, are a little meaner and a little more edgy?" And I'm like, "I don't know why you're asking me. I play MSQ. That's my little. I make funny skits and do MSQ. That's my role in this world. I don't know the inner politics of like Final Fantasy XIV streaming." I do skits and fart jokes. Okay, I don't do fart jokes. I wouldn't debase myself that low, okay? I try to keep my humor at above like a 4th grade level at all times. Boss number 2. The first boss was actually like pitifully boring. This one though, anytime you got squares, you know the boss is gonna be a banger when there's squares. You think the squares are gonna light up or are they gonna fall? What are we feeling today? Okay. Okay, look, I figured it out. Don't stand in the pipeway. I told you guys don't stand in the pipeway. Nice. Okay, they got 2 sides though. They got 2 sides. Oh, I'll do it this time. We'll do it this time. Don't worry. Can I get up there, please? This one for sure. There we go. Took a little bit. Look, why would they even have that many water pools if only the ones nearby would do anything, huh? What good is it gonna do? I'm awake. How you doing, Remove? Just having fun in the sun. Yeah, I just wanted to go up the water slides a few times. No big deal. You can't blame me for wanting some summer fun. Look at this time of the season. Crash smash. Arrow. Get out of the boss in time. And we're fine. See, we're good. Refresh this real quick. Ah! Ah! I wasn't even in that one. Yo, are these bosses undertuned? Like, what is going on? I feel like these bosses are really easy. Like really easy. I'll take that. Like, you saw me fumbling the jump mechanic like 5 times in a row. In most dungeons, that would have killed you. Yet here we are, just having fun in the dungeon, jumping up and down, bouncing on it even. No problems with it. No punishment. This place looks cool though. I'm excited for Evolved mode, so I'll finally have a different rotation after like 6 years. Yeah, but you're on hiatus anyway, so like you're not even practicing rotations right now. You know? They have duty support attached? Does that answer your question? Not really. There have been some duty support attached ones that cleaned my clock. Sent me to the Shadow Realm. Whatever sort of way you want to think about it. Instead of pressing 13 keys, you only have to press 3. Honestly, I'm fine with that. I don't mind. Look, you can always go back to your reborn mode, Rat, if that's really what you want to do. The rest of us will have fun in the sun with the new evolved mode. I'm running through this. Nice. You weren't wearing your glasses for that one? No, I've definitely died to some dungeons where I just, you know. Some dungeons are not easy, right? They got gas to them. Some pants. Whatever these are. Free points for my free company. Or for my grand company. Do less damage? Are you watching the same thing I did? So concerned with your damage that even when you don't want to play the new mode, all you care about is the 2 to 4% extra damage. Even though I'm hurting myself every time I hit the 3-button combo. You ever play games for fun, Rat? Instead of, you know, chasing the bigger parse numbers? Is there a Taz free company? Look at Murny Delu's name really closely. What do we think? We don't even got it. We don't even have enough money for titles around here. All right, let me analyze this boss stage real quick. Got a cauldron. Oh, this isn't even the thing. Never mind. Let's see what we're up against. So far, this dungeon's been honk.
Newborns are wont to be difficult. Sure, who's in charge?
Alright, so we're watching for butt slams. We're on high alert for some butt slams, alright, everybody? I'll say it to you now so you can't complain when you die, alright? Let's do it. Look up FF8 and Angelo after this. Are they actually called Angelos? Or is that like an homage? I feel like it's an homage. Alright, let's look for the nonsense that's gonna try and kill us. Be alert, be aware. That's how you survive in this world as a sprout, okay? Okay. Oh wait, no, wait, it's gonna go that way. Yes, alright, I figured it out. There's no penalty for figuring out mechanics late. As long as you don't die. Okay. Take care that you don't get sucked in. I don't plan on it. Come on, this is easy stuff. What are we doing here? Why is this dungeon so easy? You remember the last dungeon where you had to like jump in the holes? Like when we wiped like 6 times? Like where's that? Why is this baby mode dungeon gameplay? Like we have to spread up for the stack marker and jump into the holes, and if you stay in the hole for too long, you die also? Like what happened to that? Find her or you'll be in for a world of pain. Oh, this is just a DPS clear. You'll be fine. That was okay. That was kind of cool. I'll give it that. A little easy, but that was kind of cool. I respect the creativity. Oops, wrong one. I think we're just on repeat now, I think. Oh, wait, let me refresh first. I got you. Keep them there. Ouchies. These are the types of mechanics they put into Alliance raids, but they just make them instant kill you in those. That's kind of true. They're Alliance raids, like, the mechanics aren't crazy, but man, do they hurt if you mess up. You will find out very soon why you should not be standing right there. I have a strawberry milkshake. He can't have this. People will cry on Twitter saying it's difficult. I'm saying the last dungeon was a lot more difficult. It's not like I want all the dungeons to be more difficult. I just said there's already one that was way more likely to put you in the dirt. Kind of nice. I'll take it. Never mind, Shroomer. Shroomer with the 97. Did I win anything? Did I roll for... Did I get a single item? Don't worry, get to Endwalker. The first dungeon makes me cry. You know what the best part is? Unlocking those dungeons forever so that, like, there's always the chance that you get them again in roulette. Not that I do roulettes, but you know what I'm saying.
There we are. Quite tame.
Then all that remains is for me to imbue her with the magic. My friends, I'm afraid I must trouble you for your ether once more.
Bum ba-dum ba-dum bum bum bum. I like how we're spared because we're like important. You know, we can't be out of fighting shape, so only the lackeys like Alice and Alfino should surrender their ether. Look at the walls. I saw your message, Rad. I saw your message. I see him in the back. He looks suspiciously low bit on the left side of my screen. I see him. You think they carved the ancient scholars of Master Matoya's carved these 8-bit sprites into the wall? You think that was her doing?
Good. Let's set her to work then, shall we? I want to see some porksies. Assuming that is, someone can spare the requisite energy. A mere drop in the ocean for the great sorceress Matoya, I dare say.
Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Just like that, we got the infinite Porksy glitch.
Excellent. Our very own litter of Angelos.
See, now our Scions have a daily. They have to come here daily/weekly and turn in their aether so we can make more Porksies.
And we can make as many more as we want, simply by providing the mother Porksy with additional ether.
I will require a moment before I try again.
It's still hard work, but a damn sight more efficient than making them one by one. Thank you, Master Matoya. Everyone, we're a step closer to our goal.
Distributed amongst the allied nations, they should do much to facilitate closer dialogue with the beast tribes. And given their present travails, I believe our friends in Limsa Laminsa should be the first beneficiaries.
Agreed. Though I must leave this errand to you. I doubt my legs will carry me out of the cave, much less to Vilbrand. Thank you for taking the lead in gathering the ingredients. I expect you would benefit from a rest too.
I didn't give up my ether. I just fought an easy boss. That's all I did.
In addition to the Porkses, I trust you've gained an inkling of how much effort goes into the creation of familiars. Or mayhap you attribute your struggles to old age?
If I said yes, would it persuade you to treat me like an adult?
Not with that pertness, it wouldn't. Anyway, assuming you have no other favors to ask, I shall be leaving.
Lest you wonder, Master Matoya is returned to her cave with Ishtola. They are peas in a pod, are they not? You might not? Okay. No one else has an umbrella, just gonna stand out in the rain. Well then, my friends, let us return to Limsa Laminsa and deliver the good news to the Admiral. A word to the officer in the Bulwark Hall should suffice to secure us in an audience. Oh my goodness, Merleweb! I love Merleweb. Merleweb Blowsfinder or something like that, to that effect. Incorrect buzzer. I wasn't that far. Look at Shroomer. Blowsfin wins was basically right there. No, Taz, you're spending too much money. No. Look at how much money I have removed. Look at that. Look at the number. 21651,503. I didn't have time to water one more garden patch before PvP popped. Ah! Tidings for the Admiral, you say. She is presently receiving guests, but for the Scion... she is presently receiving guests, but for the Scions, I know she'll make an exception. Follow me. What the heck is that? Is that one of the... Is that just a hat? I don't know what's going on with his head. No voice? Really? My friends, what brings you here this day? Dang, no voice for anybody today. That's crazy. Is this true? By the Navigator, a cure for tempering. As often as I've been aware of you, Scions, I would have thought it not possible. And yet it is, Admiral. We've done it. Here in Limsa, the pronunciation of more familiar has already begun. You two have my thanks truly. This much will do to advance the cause of peace, yet I fear it will take more to close the rift twixt man and beast man. Even speak thus divides us. Welcome as it is, a cure will not guarantee reconciliation between our peoples, for though summoning and tempered may serve fuel to the conflict, but they are but symptoms of it. If we are to resolve the primal problem once and for all, we must address the cause. We must strive for mutual understanding and find a way to leave our bloody past behind. 'Twas I who moved that the Alliance renew its push for peace. Since our ancestors came to these shores, even some 7 centuries past, we Lominsons have been at odds with those who share our island home. Save for a brief moment of cooperation with the kobolds, our history has been one of nigh constant territorial squabbling. Meanwhile, the struggle of the Sahagin for control over the seas has only grown fiercer, a matter made worse by the thrice-damned calamity driving to seek new spawning grounds. With survival at stake, each had no choice but to fight, and so I dismissed peace as impossible. Impossible is a word coined by the weak, I proclaimed to all who'd listen, and then gave up. You and yours put me to shame. Since you led us to victory against the Black Wolf, and you've achieved the impossible again and again and again, I thought it's high time that I followed suit, hence my proposal to the Alliance Council. But no sooner did I reach out to our neighbors in Valbrand than my own people sought to thwart me. Oh no, war profiteers. You speak of the pirates who failed to attend the meeting. Aye. Acting through fierce, friendly faction among the kobolds, we had intended to seek an audience with the prominent patriarch. But the bloody executioners would not hear of it, and their absence sent a message to the rest. Though they are but one of the 3 pirate powers, they are the greatest, and any attempt to peace would founder without them. I am given to understand that their leader, Captain Hilfur, has been bedridden for some time with ailment of the lungs. Correct, in his absence, his right-hand man, a man named Sickard, but recently risen to prominence among their ranks. Save for his disdain of authority, little's known about him. We invited him to speak with us more than once, but he will not come. I have tasked the Yellow Jackets and the Rogues with uncovering his motives, but they've learned naught of value. Leave it to us, I guess. Let's go solve the nation's problems. We have a nose for the truth. Truly, I would be much obliged. I shall look forward to hearing what you learn. Good luck. I'm a cheapskate. No, not 430 gil when someone's already paid for the TP. I thought the pronunciation was Blowfishwin. Blowfishwin. I can see it. I see how the letters line up to make that sound. Imagine being hype mogged by Murney out of all people. Look at everyone here. Little babies. By way of first step, I suggest we split up and make inquiries around the town. If you could approach pirates, the rest of us will seek out merchants and adventurers. Ah, time to finally become the pirate I was always meant to be. Bum, bum, bum. Pirates. Bluefisvin. Yeah, that's like too ethnic. Let's go with the American pronunciation, Blowfishwin. They're both correct, you know. Too ethnic is wild. Look, you have to understand that, you know, sometimes it just helps to use your English pronunciation names. People do it all the time. Ah, you wanna know about Sickard? He's a wily bugger's what he is. Found some clever way to make coin, they said, and traded it for Moonskit's place at old Hilfur's side. There was a time that we raced the executioners for our pick of the Emperor's fleet, but the Garleans are gone, and days with them. Owing to which, we've had our look for other ways to make ends meet, and the jumped-up Baldrat Sickard landing the juiciest whatever it may be. Not that we signs a struggling mind. We do well enough guarding fishing boats for the fishbacks and other beasties. Get the first pick of produce for our trouble. See, quality stuff at a bargain price. This we pass to our sisters as can't sail on account of getting old or wounded or with child, and they cook it up and sell it for a pretty profit. Simple. Oh, and I miss the old ways, don't get me wrong, but when I see the girls with their little ones, I think myself, a life of peace and quiet ain't all bad. She says it in some voiced cutscenes. Yeah, she has like 3 voiced cutscenes ever. Oh god, it's him. Don't look at him. Curious about Sickard, are you? As am I, friend, as am I. Sadly, I know nothing of the man, save for that bloody execution I experienced, the mocked improvement in their fortunes after his promotion. Quite how he achieved this is a sole matter of debate. As you know, the thalassocracy permits us to attack only Garlean vessels, yet all of these would vanish from the sea since the Empire turned on itself. In order to adapt, we Krakens have taken to trading with the East, but the executioners are less forward-looking. I can't imagine they would willingly abandon the olden ways. So, how are they lining their coffers? Whatever their secret, they're not like to share with their rivals, but perhaps you will have more luck. I hope because of you, everyone gives the ERP seducing emote. I don't know what's going on with this. Am I the only one who's... Has there not been like a public outcry to get this emote like handed out to players? Because I'm telling you, this would sell like hotcakes on the... $10, $20 going price. And you're still going to see people rocking it. I'm just waiting for them to do it. Pull the trigger, Yoshi P. Pull the trigger. $1 million idea right there. You don't even have to make... You already have the emote rigged up probably. Where am I going? This way. Raban got a whole arc. Senna had a whole relevance in post Stormblood. Is it not an idle animation? Who has that as an idle animation? The race wars would be over if you told me that like cats could do that as an idle animation. Like, I'm swapping today. I'm swapping right now. Just everyone with the Aetherite would be doing it in Limsa and Balmung Uldam may explode. I know, I'm telling you. In a way, I'm kind of upset that I even brought attention to it, you know? Like, if it ever comes to be and, like, the world of Final Fantasy is ruined by people doing that, let it be known that I was the progenitor. I was the one who caused the downfall of the game. And there will be, in 5 years, there'll be, like, a retrospective about how the game fell apart. And my name will be in the annals of history as a malevolent force. I see everyone has returned. Now, who would like to go first? Also, Shio, Raban got a whole arc. Senna had relevance in post Stormblood. Come on, Senna hasn't gotten anything either. It's really just Raban. So this is their imperial prey began to disappear. Sickard turns the executioner's fortunes around with a mysterious new source of income. Whatever it is, it's nothing to scoff at. According to the tavern keep I spoke to, the crew have been indulging themselves as never before, but no amount of drink seems to loosen their tongues as to how they're coming by coin. For my part, I spoke with the reporter of the Harbored Herald. The publication has been investigating the secrets of the executioner's good fortunes and making little headway. Plainly, the executioners do not wish to learn the nature of business made public. And I think I know why. In the course of making inquiries on the Hawker's Alley, an interesting fact came to mind. The executioners began to enjoy better fortunes. The price of crystal went to a sharp decline. Sudden demand, or fall in demand. Curious, I contacted Hoary Boulder, who's been watching the movements of the beast tribes, and my suspicions were proven correct. There are ever-worsening relations between the beast tribes and the thalassocracy. Neither Titan nor Leviathan have made an appearance of late, suggesting the kobolds and Sahagin lack means to wish to summon them. I'll just kill them again. Why are we upset? We've killed them once, and I'll do it again. Senna, who? The goat girl who doesn't leave the grass? Hey, don't be mean to Kanye-sama. She's the goat. I like her. She's cool. Even though she literally does nothing. She lets us go, like, visit her and host meetings in her little, like, grove that's, like, cute. So I think it's okay. She came to us with talk with the Mughals, and it's not much, but it's more than Merle. Merle got shafted pretty hard by the story. You never see her. Ramon gets all the spotlight. Like, I mean, it's fair. He lost an arm, so like I think he deserves some, like, you know, it's like a benefit, like, I don't know, disability benefit. I think that he deserves a little extra screen time. But I do think, you know, we should redistribute them to Merle, Webb, and Senna. That'd be cool. Imagine the face of White Mage as Connie Senna. That's why every White Mage player sucks. That's rude. You don't think it's because it's like the first healer that most people pick up because it's literally the one that you can pick at the start of the game? You don't think that's what it is? You mean to say the executioners are divesting them of crystals? All indications point to that conclusion, yes, though we have no hard evidence as yet. We must investigate further. Agreed. So, how do we proceed? I have an idea about that. In fact, I've already taken the liberty of making certain provisions. Sausage and sauerkraut, farmer's breakfast, Moore's pickled herring. Let's give me some sausage and sauerkraut. I've always been a big Aaron fan, and his other sister is Ite. Senna is the White Mage. During my inquiries, the disgruntled merchant informed me that the wholesale crystal has recently arrived in Limsa, offering wares at a price far undercutting the competition. After asking around, I was able to gain introduction and will shortly pose as a potential buyer in a bid to establish the crystal's provenance. The man is due to be on Ocean's Embrace in Lower Nocia shortly. I suggest we make our way there at once. Beast was abandoned after Stormblood had said how many characters get left behind, but she was a main character for it though, you know? She had a lot of time in the sun. Plus, and I said this earlier, she dodged the events of Shadowbringers. She didn't have her soul ripped out of her body and like had her ether slowly draining away while the rest of us were like lamenting. She was just having fun in Alamigo, fighting Imperial stragglers while they fell apart. Not a bad gig if you ask me. Where are we going? Oh. I know someone who only started playing the game so they can do ultimates as White Mage, which is why they don't learn anything. Well, if you're spamming ultimates, then you're probably gonna learn eventually, right? You have to. There's nothing else to do. Also, check out my new mount. Look, I've completed the cosplay. I spent 300,000 MGP for this. Where's the white hair though? Look, white and yellow, or they're like, it's like light yellow. It's like right in the wheelhouse, okay? It's the same color. No blindfold? Okay, the blindfold, I talked about this earlier. The blindfold looks weird without 2B's like bowl-shaped head, you know, her haircut, her like bob cut. Like eating away the cheek side of the thing. It kind of looks weird. I don't know if I like it without having the hair too. Of course, that's remedied with 2,000 gil and a quick move to the inn, but that appears to be a merchant. Wish me luck. Wait, if he's truly in league with the bloody execution, surely be wary of those admirals, of those allied to the admirals, the Scion not least of all. Compared to yours and Murney's, mine is a fairly unfamiliar face. Let me play the role of buyer. All right, Graha, let's see what you can do. I was right. Even if you aren't recognized on sight, you look too genteel to be mixing with society's underbelly. Dang! Why would you say that in front of that? You're saying he doesn't look couth? You're saying Gratia looks like he scuttles with the underbelly of society? Ultimates? I don't know, buddy. It's a meme. Ultimate players are the worst players in normal content. I'm gonna take my hands off of this. I'm not an ultimates clear. I'm not a savage clear. I do MSQ and make funny skits. That's what I do. I'll not play PvP until 8. I wanted to get back into PvP. It's a silly little fun thing. Especially Frontlines. Frontlines is silly. I'll always enjoy 24-man content. Like bigger groups of people just kind of... Because it's very thematic. I enjoy it. We'll do a savage one day? Yeah, we will. We'll do a savage one day, I promise. Oh my goodness, look at this. Underbelly Society. Got business with me, cat boy. That's what I say whenever I see a Mikote. What you looking at, cat boy? You're the crystal wholesaler. Oh, that's a tough smile. That I am, but you're no merchant, so what do you want the crystals for? We gotta jump him, guys. It's too late. Our cover's been blown. We gotta jump him. Don't look at us, you idiot. You'll give yourself away. Oh, I see. You're a weaponsmith, am I right? And you need the crystals to make staffs that, like that fine specimen you've got there. Oh, that's right. I'm indeed a weaponsmith, and I use naught but the finest materials. I bid you show me your wares. We don't just invite anybody to our storehouse. It takes time to establish trust, you see? Oh, look, I have a large and urgent commission. If the quality is satisfactory, I will not quibble over the price. All right, it's plain no ordinary crystal adorning your staff, so I'll make an exception. Come with me. It seems to be working. Let's follow them. I wonder if they'll make more chaotic content in the future. That's the Alliance raid, right? Like the Alliance raid tier. Well, have I ever been to this part of Limsa? I don't think I've ever seen these things. Level 3 Aurelias? Whoa. You can tell I'm an old on boy myself, you know? I learned yesterday you can right-click on your guild to cycle through currencies. I did not know that. That's really weird. Not very helpful because you can just, you know, open the thing, but hey. They went to that tunnel quietly now. We're jumping them. If they do make more chaotic, they'll have to do a better job scaling difficulty. Brutal stuff. Literally, if you lacked one person for a body check, you died, or if one person messed up, dead. Aren't they kind of trying to do that though? Like, isn't the new dungeon difficulty gonna be between savage and normal because they realize it's like, you know, maybe going from normal alliance raids to chaotic, maybe that's a bad idea. Like maybe savage is a little too much of a jump for like a normal clear. From normal clear players, you know? Like, what if we make a smoother on-ramp? Taz, that change was 8-man focus. Yeah, I know. I understand. I'm just saying, like, that's the idea. Like, it sounds like chaotics are the same problem, where it's like, oh, yeah, normal alliance raids? Oh, we never wipe in normal alliance raids. I mean, think about it. I died, like, 7 times in that last near raid. We never even came close to wiping. Indeed, I would expect to pay more double for such fine quality. How could they possibly be so cheap? There's nothing unlawful about them, if that's your worry. They're from Ogoromo, if you take my meaning. Never trust the Lalafell. Stuff's as pure as it gets. You won't be disappointed. So, how much did you want? Jump them. We're jumping these cats. Ogoromo, taken from the kobolds, just as we suspected. That's enough. Shut your gobs and turn around, slowly. Just a guy. Well, you can beat this guy up. Come on. We ain't worried about one dude with a gun, right? I'm Sickard, acting captain of the bloody executioners. No need to introduce yourselves. We know who you are, scions. And we know you've been chatting to the Admiral, got eyes and ears everywhere, see? Comes with being the only true pirate crew left in Limsa. So we've established you ain't here to buy crystals, then what are you here for? You're bold to reveal yourself to us without knowing our objective, but that would explain your swift rise to power. You have spoken plainly, so I shall return the favor. We came here to learn why the bloody executioners oppose the Admiral's will, and we'll have our answer. Should Limsa Laminsa make peace with the kobolds, you would lose the source of your newfound wealth. That's right. Just to remind you that we ain't breaking any rules here. The law forbids us from attacking any vessel not flying the Imperial flag, but it doesn't say nothing about the Beastmen. The only reason we keep our operation nice and quiet is because we don't want no one taking our business. Wait, just listen to the end, will you? For what it's worth, I have the highest respect for you and yours. Hers especially. Her especially. While the Maelstrom were worried about dirtying their fancy red clobber, you lot stormed Ugaramo and battered Bleeding Titan himself. Raised the mug to you when I heard the news. And now we're following your footsteps, making sure the Beastmen never summon their stinking gods again. Practically your successors we are. When we were still about Imperial ships, we did our bit for Limsa and went after them. But with the Garleans gone, since no one's left to ply our trade on except the Beastmen, so let us have that, right? It's only fair. Contentious though some of your views, I do find that you've broken no laws. Don't side with them, Graha. That being so, I have no reason why I should not state your case directly to the Admiral's face, unless the acting captain of the only true pirate crew left in Limsa has some other cause to hide in a cave. Well said indeed. Normal players don't touch hard content either way. Chaotic issue is 24 people. All can wipe. 8 people is easier to organize. No, I understand that. I mean, I could not dream of getting 24 of you idiots into a single party with me to try and queue for an alliance trade. That would just be too much. Extremes are the sweet spot for difficulty for me. Can we get a Puppets Bunker hard where if they tanks and ranged don't interrupt the paralysis attack, it's a party wipe. Can every alliance raid get a harder mode and every zero trash mob and have zero trash mobs and just be boss fights? Yeah, I think alliance raids feel like one where they definitely need a mid ground. If chaotics are as bad as you're saying, which I have no idea if you're feeding me bad information, but because alliance raids normal, like the normal mode is clearly very easy, so I think if they're gonna add one between Savage and normal for 8-man raids, I have to imagine they're thinking, yeah, what about alliance raids? What if we like made a slightly harder alliance raid, so you actually have to do the mechanics? You know, we actually need Realm Reborn Coils raids to have clearable mode for sprouts. You don't believe in the sprout? You don't believe in the sprout at heart that can clear the coils by on their first attempt, blind? All right, I'll meet with the Admiral. I even provide the venue, the Astalicia. I trust you won't turn down the invitation. The search for Sickard. No, those fights are built like Savage difficulty. No, I know. There's a reason it's the one raid we haven't done yet. There's a big reason why. It's the only one that we have not quite done yet. As a team. I thought myself the hunter, but it turns out I was the prey. A timely reminder that the pirate's power and the Linsa are not to be trifled with. But all's well as it ends well. Gratia's timely provocation had desired effect, and Sickard's return agreed to a meeting. Let's hurry back to Limsa. One of the people that cleared the last coil raid was the aforementioned Ultimates Only White Mage, so it works! You're telling me that the Ultimates Only White Mage is clearing Savage tier content Like, come on. The shtick is working. You're creating a true nightmare of a white mage. You're literally going to be clearing the hardest content day 1 in the future. I don't recognize it. Whenever there's someone in Limsa playing music, I try my best to figure out what they're playing, but... You can't do this to me, come on. I'm not even gonna say anything. Welcome back, Murny. What news? So they've been stealing crystals from the kobolds. Oh, thanks for solving the mystery and securing a meeting besides. Suffice to say, I accept Sickard's invitation. I would have you join me as guests. The future of Limsa hangs on the outcome of this meeting. I would have the Silence presence to bear witness. The Sprouts usually do it is they get a high level friend to Quells and do it with them unsynced, and then have their friend one-shot everything as a level 100 drop so Sprouts can watch the cutscenes. That character, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. But in a way, though, if you think about it, aren't we all kind of Charlie? Okay. Like, I'm sorry. I think we're all kind of Charlie, you know?
You can shove your piece!
Welcome aboard, Admiral. I'll wager you don't remember me. Sickard, acting captain of the bloody executioners, at your service.
Yo, what if Merlweb and Sickard like throw down, like as the pirate lords? I'd watch that. I'd watch that fight. I hope that happens.
It's kind of you to invite us. Now, if Captain Hillfear has a message for me, I bid you speak it.
We have just the one demand. That you forget this bilge about making peace with the Beastmen.
With the Beastmen.
Ours is a nation of pirates. Always has been, always will be. Deny us our right to plunder, and you deny who we are.
Do you think that I'm shipping them Merle card? I've seen worse crack ships, so I think it's fine. Do you think when like he was organizing his crew, he was like telling them like you big man, big green man, hit him with one of these, and I'm gonna point at you. That will really get them convinced in our point.
Too bloody right! Pirates till we die!
What we want, we take!
Piracy has no place in our future.
Oh, Merlwood with the foot down. Put the foot down. Piracy's out.
What'd she say?
Pirates have no place.
You've been evicted.
Our nation has prospered through piracy, 'tis true. Yet it is but one part of our long and storied history. Centuries ago, our ancestors led a failed rebellion and were driven from their homes with little more than the shirts on their backs. In fear of their lives, they sailed south until they came to these shores.
Old woman
Finding
Merle
the
Webb
land
hitting her.
occupied by
What's it called?
kobolds, however, they were forced to turn to piracy in order to survive. And survive they did.
Dang, she's literally giving a history lesson to the young buck. It's crazy.
But not so long ago, when the Empire threatened to crush everything we'd built, we set aside piracy and joined hands with our neighbors. This too was in order to survive.
Punt all Lalafels? Where did that come from, Shio? say it louder for the people in the back. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying it's sudden. It's out of nowhere.
And survive we did. Time after time we fought the Empire, and time after time we won. And through trade with our newfound allies, we prospered more than we ever did through pillaging and plundering. The Empire teeters on the brink of collapse. Ere long, provinces like Wurlit and Bosnia and many others will regain their freedom.
Bosnia? I know that place.
When
I've
they
been
do,
told stories about this
our
place.
matchless fleet will lead the world in a new golden age of commerce. The tides favor us, and the ocean beckons with her vast bounty. But if we cling to the old ways, this great ship we call Limsa will trade the boundless seas for a lagoon. Shall we scorn the world's wealth for a plundered pittance then?
Oh no, they've stopped dancing in the background. It's over for them. They've lost all momentum.
Or shall we embrace change and thrive like our ancestors before us? The choice is yours. But if we are to prosper in the coming age, the whole of Vilbrand must become our ship, and a kobold and Sahagin our crewmates.
She started using big words. They stopped
Rousing
dancing.
words. Might even be some truth in them. But pirating's all we've ever known. And we ain't about to give it up just 'cause you say so.
If words fail, Merleweb, you know what option 2 is. It's time to throw hands.
Still, we're all the Mincins here and no one wants a war. So where does that leave us? Long before you became Admiral, I heard you was captain of the League of Lost Bastards. That true? If so, you'd know how we pirates settle our differences.
A duel. Very well. As Admiral of Limsa Laminsa, I accept your challenge.
Oh, they actually are throwing down, huh? I thought I was just joking. I know the game was like this. Oh, they're doing the 5 paces thing. 10 paces? I don't know. Pirate code. Not gonna lie, she's a lot like a bigger target than he is. I think this is kind of lopsided. But it all comes down to the fastest shot in the West, and I trust Merleweb with my life here. I'm not even worried. In her last life, they called her Quick Draw Megara! Dang. Reload! Oh no, there's 2 bullets in the chamber. Looks like I win.
Not till one of us is dead. Finish the job, or I will.
I don't understand how these things work. He shot twice through his double-barreled gun. How is he gonna shoot again? Where are the bullets coming from?
It's the captain! Captain Ilfair!
Ye fool! 'Twas over afore it began.
You dare challenge Merleweb.
Captain!
Seems the whelps have been yapping while their master was abed.
I think it's funny that even when he's like, even when he's like basically a patient in scrubs, he's got to have his gun on him, That's just the pirate code. You always got to stay strapped in the Limsa streets.
Listen well, all of ye. Since the signing of the Galadian Accord, we all of us have been part of the same crew. The crew of the good ship Lemsa Laminsa. At the helm of that ship is the Admiral. And 'tis she who decides where we sail. Was I not clear on that point? Or did you forget whose deck you stand on? Nay? Then what in the seven hells are you playing at?
Yes, Captain.
So we know, Captain. If we ain't pirates, what are we?
You're bloody idiots is what ye are.
Oh.
Idiots with your own lives ahead of ye. Ye can do anything ye want. Be anything ye want. We're pirates, aye. And we pirates love our loot. But that ain't our first love. Our first love is the sea. The sea! And what she brings us. Freedom! So hold fast to that. Let the brine-crusted husk that stands before you now be the last of them as knew naught save out of steel. And make of yourselves a new breed of pirate!
Woo! No. No cheers for that one. Tough. Tough crowd.
Lad, I made ye me right hand because I saw something in ye. And I still do. You have the makings of a captain. All you lack's the belief.
Fun fact, Sigurd has the same voice actor as Xenos. Well, without the zest, yeah, you can never tell, right? Without the little exotic flair that Xenos always has on him, like, you'll never know.
Well now, it seems we're of one mind after all. Apologies for the misunderstanding, Admiral. We're with ye, wherever ye be headed.
You have my thanks, Hilfir.
He's got oven mitts on. He doesn't got
Your
fingers.
choice dueling pistol did not escape my notice. Good old Annihilator. Ender of many a proud pirate's voyage.
Oh my goodness, is this like pay to win gear? Is Merleweb, what's it called? Higher item level than him? Not very fair. She's got the premium pass gun.
Mistbeard's vanished into legend. And it won't be long before I take my rest in the depths. Yet be that as it may, the old ways can only truly die when we've dealt the Empire the telling blow. There'll be stormy seas ahead, no doubt. But I'm trusting ye to steer us through to the other side.
She grinded the relic weapon. Yo, I was looking at the Heavensward relic weapons because the bow looks really cool, and obviously I'm a bard player who cares way too much about glamour. Yo, it said I got to clear Alexander, Fist of the Thing, Savage 20 times. Bro, what are we doing, man? What is that? Bro's getting humbled and you're cheering. Yeah, and I do it again. If I came out of this cutscene and I would just walk up to him and go, that. Though I'd anticipated a duel, I don't foresee that Hilfer would intervene. I'm glad that I did. It would be a shame to kill the boy. Instead, the whelp has learned a valuable lesson. We've made peace amongst ourselves. All that remains is to do likewise with our neighbors. We could do that unsynced real quick. I'm not on that step, and it's Savage, which I don't have unlocked. The first time in a long time. Now, I need hardly to tell you, but any attempt to negotiate with the tribes is doomed to fail unless their minds can be wrested from the grip of their gods. In doing so, in the meeting we seek to arrange with the kobolds, I would have you free their leader of Titan's influence. Leave it to us. We'll open his ears to reason. You have my thanks. Ere we proceed, there's something you should know. Some 50 years when the Sahagins swarmed at our hulls, in even greater number, Limsa entered a covenant with the kobolds. To men shall go the bounty of the sea, to kobolds shall go the bounty of the land, an ostensibly equitable agreement, conspicuously lacking in detail. Aye, inadvertently or not, the wording was ambiguous, and we took advantage of it, moving in to claim the northern reaches of La Nocia, which the kobolds believed theirs. Bloodshed followed, and then bloodshed to answer the bloodshed, and on, until every elm of Valbrand bore the stain of our conflict. This is not history, you understand. It is present, fresh and raw, and with their kindred's blood yet in our hands, we will struggle to regain the kobolds' trust. Should we even cure their tempered. Admiral, we speak of obstacles we are like to encounter at the meeting, but as things stand, I have no reason why the kobolds would agree to a meeting in the first place. And so we must provide a reason. I will restore their stolen crystals to them, and we must deliver the cargo along with my apologies. Bait. They would welcome us to their bits, but not speak of peace, but to have you at their mercy. Aye, and give the wealth of crystals we bring, I'll wager they'll attempt to summon Titan here and then. Meaning a high priest would need to be present, whom we could administer the cure. Precisely, he is fish I would catch, but he will not be alone. Nay, he will have the guards on hand, and they will lay down their lives to protect him. Yet a single death in the kobold side would jeopardize our chance at peace, and therefore my venture founders. And yet it need not. What if we employ the Conqueror's Chain? Though we would still to weaken the kobolds, it would allow us to subdue them without inflicting lasting harm. The artifact Mistbeard used to shake weapons and not life. Aye, that would serve. Well done, Marshal. Why did he give her that? That was nonchalant. So, what do you think of our strategy? The effects of tempering are cumulative, and we may safely assume that the High Priest's exposure to primal influence is extensive. It will therefore take a great deal of ether to reverse its effects, not to mention time. During which time, Alice would be defenseless, even if we were to take all look to her protection. I'm not convinced we could keep an entire army of kobolds at bay. Well, I'm happy to take that risk. It's not as if we have any other choice. Besides what Tisleen would have done, and then not followed her example, we wouldn't even have a cure for tempering, much less a chance to bring peace to Vilbrand. So I'm going to cure the priest, or die trying. I believe in you, Alice. Reckless missions are my favorite. I believe in you too, and everyone. I know you'll keep me safe. It will be settled then. See to your preparations and make for the camp overlook. We will join you soon. Relic weapons should be more work because they force you to play the damn game. This person must have hated Endwalker relics because they're free. Do they at least look cool? Because it's one thing if they give you it for free. It's another if they don't look as cool as the other ones. Because like this, I like this weapon. I think it looks really nice. Oh no. Something's happening in shout chat. What is happening in this chat? I don't know if I want to be here anymore. Taz, for the next dungeon, do I tank? Well, we're probably not doing the next dungeon today, I'll be honest with you. But, because I leveled up Warrior. Have you done Eureka yet, Mr. Streamer? You should if you haven't. I've done the first step of Eureka. I haven't quite gotten to the second step yet. Because, I heard it sucks. I heard it's the worst one. I heard it's the one that everyone hates. The terrain is awful to navigate, and it's hard to get to the fates. But we're there, so if you, I think we'll do another Eureka stream at some point. I like Eureka. It's very casual, very fun, easy to just kind of throw on in the background while we talk about meaningless things. So maybe we'll probably do another Eureka stream at some point. You either love or hate them because they all look the same. I mean, I'm just not the biggest grind person is my problem. Speaking of which, next week, 10 hours of unvoiced cutscenes. It's basically just another MSQ. It's not a big deal. But Next week, we're doing raids. We're doing... I want to poll the chat real quick. Next week, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to do a raid series. Should we try synced coils? Is that even... Is that possible for a team of 8 of you people? Remember, this is you people. Not just you people, but also me people. Like, not everyone who's going to be joining us is hot pot quality raider. You know what I mean? Oh god, that doesn't sound good. That's not the answer I wanted to hear. It'd be good content. Yeah, that's for sure. How long until we all give up? 4 hours in, we're 2 steps in. What other raids would you do? The other raid we could do is the normal Shadowbringer raids, because I'm gonna have I'll have that unlocked, hopefully by then. Have faith in your 3rd strongest soldier, or perhaps my 4th. Shroomer, I don't remember your power ranking on the Tazilu strongest soldier list, but I do have faith in you, Shroomer, as a healer. You've saved me a number of times from my own incompetence, and that I remember every time you pull me. So, if you get someone who knows what's up, it could be doable. Maybe. I have as well. If we take more than 30 minutes on one step, we'll just give up. Nah, that's too easy. I would not give up after 30 minutes. 5 wipes. If we wipe 5 times, six times, the 6th time we wipe on a single fight, I think we might have to divert to other strategies. Day 203 of asking for trials. All right. What trials are you even interested in, Volcra? Maybe we'll do some trials tomorrow. How far are we on 5.4? Does anyone know? Maybe if we finish 5.4 tomorrow, we'll spend as much time as we can doing trial stuff. No? What do you mean no? Why are you upset? You're the one who wants to do trials. No more mandatory Shadowbringer? No, it's not the mandatory ones we're getting asked to do. Remove. It's the optional ones. You want to do the optional Stormblood ones? Pag tomorrow. Okay, there's another dungeon, it looks like, tomorrow. All I'm saying is, like, next week, which one makes more sense for next week? To do coils or to do the Shadowbringer normal raids? Or 8-man raids? Because clearly one's going to be easier than the other, but the question is, which one will be more doable? Shadowbringers? Ooh. Getting a lot of calls for Shadowbringers. If we have a full week's worth of prep, it's possible to do the first tier of coils. The G Warrior trials, but it seems like the people do not believe. Remember, the people understand our plight, right? You have to remember, you're getting DPS from me, you're getting heals from Shroomer. Volker is gonna be doing something. I don't know. Volker's gonna be doing something crazy. We might even have Mad Dog at that point. Like we're not. They're not sending the best, you know. We're not sending the A team. You just kind of have to understand that. I believe. I just don't want you to suffer. I'm not like a neglected puppy, Lottie, you know? I can survive a few deaths. I can survive a few tough hours in a raid. You hurt me so. Wait, what did I do, Shimmer? Taz will be fine. A few, buddy. It'd be so many. That's why we have 2 days. I'm all for coils next week. Look, the other thing with coils is we need. I mean, technically, we could do like a diversion thing where I say, is that Ardbert Hilfist? What the heck? We could do like a diversion thing where we say, hey, we're setting up for coils, but then only 7 people or 6 people show up. So it's like, oh, we don't have enough for coils. Looks like we're doing Shadowbringer raids. And then like 2 people that want to do coils will leave. Then we'll only have 5 people, but then we can just party finder the rest. You know what I mean? I think it works out. Someone just gave me a hug. It was Ardbert. Ardbert just gave me a hug. I'm gonna cheer for Ardbert real quick. Hug him back. I cheered. It was the same thing. RP walk through all of coils. That's just not gonna happen. I think I could have beaten the No. The suck would have killed me. Never mind. But yeah, I think, I don't know which one. I'll think about which one we do, but that will be kind of like our true challenge for the thing. Look, if I keep pushing off coils, like eventually it will, you know, it'll have to happen, right? At some point. I think it has to. I'm sure you'll make the right choice. Don't put that much faith in me. Why is there a gun on the ground? It doesn't look that. It's a little ominous. The other thing is, like, what do we do tomorrow? We could try trials, but that hinges on how far we got on MSQ. We can do the Emerald Weapons series of trials at the end of 5.5. Well, 5.5 is probably going to be a long time, because assuming we do some MSQ tomorrow, we're probably not going to end 5.5, and then Saturday, Sunday is going to be eaten up by the raids. That can be done at end of 5.5? That means we're going to have to finish, like, because we have a dungeon tomorrow, too. We're going to have to get through all of 5.4, all of 5.5 in a dungeon. I don't believe myself can get through it. A lot of people are emoting at me today. I don't know why. I guess walking around is like a effusive way to get some pandering and praise. A to the L to the Alexander. Not end of 5.5 or 5.5, the weapons. What is going on in my Final Fantasy 14 chat? What is this, guys? It's a Saturday afternoon, guys. We can't be doing this. Wait a few hours, all right? But I do think I think we're done for today. I think we'll wrap today up and see instant frontline queue. I'm not even reading chat anymore. I'm reading Final Fantasy 14 in-game chat. It's only a Saturday afternoon for you. It's Prime EU hours, but this is Primal. Why are these people playing on Primal? Of course it's what's it called. This is a US Eastern server, okay? I'll have you know. We don't accept your European kind around here. Is that chickpea lentil? Oh, I saw him earlier. I think I'm starting to learn all the fam fritters, honestly. Cool people. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Lottie, for showing up. Yep, I think for today we'll call it, and we'll see what we can do. Tomorrow, probably finish 5-4, maybe do some PAG, whatever that is. I say tomorrow, do the Sorrow of Rolt weapons quest, the optional fight from Shadowbringers. Volkra, be here tomorrow so you can yell at me some of the trials you want me to do, okay? I need you here, soldier. You cannot miss the one stream where we actually do trials. Okay. Those are the trials Volker was talking about? Okay, excellent. I'll see you all then. Thanks for everything. Also, I didn't say your name, so I'm going to say it. Rena1065. That way I remember, in case you show up again. There's some names that, like, just disappear in the background of my, like, chat app. I cannot read people's names. I have to, like, zoom in with my face. But take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time, roundabout. Well, I'm really tiny in the corner.